Week 3 of the college football season. Today, Buckshot Calvert sets his sights on the Buffalo Bulls, a team that is led by hometown boy Matt Myers. Can the injury-plagued Flames defense withstand the ground and pound of Buffalo? Or will AGG and the Liberty Airborne rain down fire? It's the Buffalo Bulls and Liberty Flames at Williams Stadium.
Welcome inside the Game On Studios in Lynchburg, Virginia. Rhett McGibbon here alongside Pat Kelly, Des Rice, and Matt Kamari. Last time the Flames started off 0-2 was 2012. Des and Pat, you were part of that team. And Des, the mental makeup right now, the Flames trying to get over that hump to get the first win. What is that like for a player?
It is so difficult to get over that hump. I mean, you start out, you going into the season, you have these high expectations, right, and you're expecting to come out and get some wins. And when you get a couple of losses to start out a season, you start thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, how's this season going to go? But once you get that first win, you get that monkey off your back, then it's just time to relax and go play football.
Look, there were growing pains. That was Turner Gill's first game coaching at Liberty University, and it took us 3 games before we went over 350 yards of offense. The next 4 games, we were able to go 488 yards, 508 yards, and 692 yards. So we clearly got things going. Just took a little while to get the offense in gear. Personally, it took me a while to start playing well on the field. So it'll be interesting to see if they're at that threshold where it's time to really get that offense clicking tonight.
Behind the scenes, Pat said it was tonight for what he's saying right now. He thinks it's tonight. All right, let's look at our impact players now on tonight's game. And Jarrett Patterson of the Bulls, a stud. MAC freshman of the year last year.
No doubt about it. This is a guy that reminds me of the guy beside me, Desmond Shrimp Fried Rice. I mean, this is a guy who last year rushed for 1,000 yards and 14 touchdowns. He's super shifty. When he's got the ball in space, he can make you miss. This is a guy that I expect tonight goes over 150 rushing yards. They also have a good second-string running back, but I think this guy goes over 150 tonight.
All right, Shrimp Fried, we're looking at Buckshot Calvert for the Flames, and the senior quarterback basically has to get it together in order for the Flames to win.
Yeah, I mean, Buckshot, in these first couple of games, he's playing like somebody that hasn't played, and been a 4-year starter. He's a 4-year starter. He needs to, get that mental block that he's got going on the football field out. He has to relax and go play football. He knows that he has all the skills to go out and do it. He just needs to relax and go take care of business tonight.
You talk about monkey on your back. You think if the Flames win tonight, you'll just see him just throw it off right
exactly,
into the stands.
Exactly.
All right, time to let Matt Kamari talk now as we look towards the Flames defense. And basically, week 1 against the Cuse, you're like, all right, guys looking pretty solid here. Week 2, and you start to get a little bit nervous.
Yeah, not so much. Last week was a tough week for the Flames defense all around. Gave up 407 rushing yards, a couple big gash runs. Pat mentioned Jarrett Patterson. Kevin Marks is the other running back. Each one of them over 150 yards on the season, averaging 4.6 a carry. Right now through 2 games, Liberty's D is giving up 6.7 a carry, 299 a game. They have got to fill the gaps. They've got to gang tackle. They've got to wrap up to get both of these guys on the ground, which is going to be a long night for that defensive front.
Also, some big news for the Flames. Hugh Freeze is on the sideline tonight. Make sure you stay tuned. It's the Flames and the Bulls. Matt Warner, Joe Yock with the call when we return.
The Foster Fuels app makes propane easy and makes more time for what matters. Without the app...
Hi, I'd like to order some propane, please.
With the app...
Hi!
Sign up for autofill or autopay and manage your account with our Foster Fuels app. Just one more way we're providing exceptional customer service.
Carter Bank & Trust has supported Liberty University for over 3 decades. When many were skeptical of Liberty's vision, our founder, Worth Harris Carter Jr., understood the vision and saw its potential. His instincts were correct. Liberty University has become a regional economic engine. We continue Mr. Carter's legacy by working with determined visionaries to transform potentials into realities every day. As with Liberty University, Carter Bank & Trust is proud of the past, focused on the future.
Lynchburg, Virginia is the site for tonight's Week 3 matchup as the Liberty Flames look for their first win of the season, playing host to the fast-rising Buffalo Bulls program. With that, we welcome you up into the Williams Stadium booth alongside former North Carolina wide receiver Joe Yock. I'm Matt Warner. And Joe, 2 weeks into the season now, 2 games under their belt for each of these squads. You feel like an identity should be pretty obvious. You feel like it is now for Buffalo, what they want to do. The Flames, though, still haven't been able to find an identity, especially offensively.
Yeah, no question whatsoever. Buffalo knows exactly what they want to do. They have an experienced offensive line, 2 good, really good running backs, a quarterback who knows where he wants to go with the ball, and a receiver who can get downfield. On the Liberty side, you have a head coach that has been struggling with health issues, but has been able to make it from the booth down onto the field today. So hopefully he'll be able to look in Buckshot's eyes and make a difference there where they can start throwing the ball and put up some offensive production.
Yeah, you saw Hugh Freeze on that riser on the sideline. So he's down there right now, has a chair with him, a walker as well, as he's steadily, week by week, getting closer to the field where he certainly wants to be. Liberty's going to receive the opening kick. Shadro Lewis back to return it. The Flames 0-2 to begin the season. First time they've lost each of their first 2 games since 2012. That one's going to land deep in the end zone and roll through the back. The Flames will get it at the 25 to start. Liberty coming off a loss last week at Louisiana, 35-14 the final there. And they have had troubles offensively. Shut out week 1 against Syracuse. Just the 14 points against Louisiana. And Buckshot Calvert, the senior record-setting quarterback, has gotten his share of criticism so far this year. Hasn't really been able to get on track. Just 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions on the year. And it is critical that he begins to connect with this offense. And Hugh Freeze even saying he's felt like there's been a disconnect between he and Buckshot so far on the young season. He's going to roll out on first down, fire to the sideline, caught by Antonio Gandy Golden. That will help the offense. AGG moving towards becoming the best receiver in program history, snags that one for a first down.
I like to see that, Matt, when you have a little bit of protection issues up front like Liberty's had, to use a little rollout, let him square his shoulders and throw the ball down the sidelines. Good play.
And off, Frankie Hickson angling near side, got spun around and dropped after a couple-yard gain, and there may have been a face mask on the end of that as Hickson still down on the field. You saw his head kind of snap around. We may get another look at it, but he is in some pain, the senior from right here in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yeah, he got him really good right there. Was able to get his head around. That's a dangerous play. No, not intentional whatsoever, but dangerous play. So Liberty picks up another 15 yards.
Yeah, Chibuzi Onwuka got the hand up in there, grabbed onto the face mask. We'll keep an eye on Frankie, able to run off under his own power, which is certainly a good sign. Peyton Pickett checks in now at the running back spot. He missed last week at Louisiana. He got sick right before the game and wasn't able to play down there. So he stands to the left of Buckshot. Flag comes in, free play for the Flames. Calvert slings it near sideline, caught, and getting the foot down is Antonio Gandy Golden.
Yeah, so you see the similarities, Matt. Last week,
offside, defense, number 20. Penalties decline, results of the play, first down.
Yeah, you see the similarities last week versus Louisiana Lafayette, how they went to AGG right away, the Flames did, and they've started the exact same way here today.
Well, that first drive against Louisiana was a thing of beauty. They marched right down the field in 8 plays, scored a touchdown to take the lead. After that, though, the struggle started. This one caught by Kevin Shaw, and another Flames first down.
You can see what Liberty's trying to do right now, and that is get the ball out of Buckshot's hands very quickly, give him some confidence early in the game.
Washington got beat on the coverage that time. Shaw had a couple of opportunities against Louisiana. Calvert just wasn't able to connect with him down the field, but Shaw certainly a deep threat. So the Flames in the red zone now. Peyton Pickett remains in at running back. 3 wide receivers set for Liberty. Calvert pulls it out, looks down the middle of the field, hits his target, touchdown Flames! Michael Bollinger right down the seam, and the Flames quickly take a lead.
Starting out that RPO game, get those linebackers moving, release Bollinger right down the pipe. Buckshot puts it right on the money, looking sharp to start the game.
Well, one thing that Buckshot has struggled with a bit is just been that read. When to hand it off, when to pull it. He read that about as well as you could.
He was patient with it, Matt. That was it. He was patient with it, which allowed the linebackers to move. Bollinger releases right down the pipe. Great start.
Low line drive just does clear for the extra point, so the Flames jump out to a 7-0 lead. 5 plays, 75 yards in 1:17. Keep in mind, last week when this Buffalo team faced Penn State's average scoring drive was about 1:10 or so. So they had some quick drives themselves, and a bit of a concern here early on for this Buffalo defense.
Well, talk about how Liberty's been struggling a little bit. What a great game plan to start the game. Like we said, being able to get the ball out of Buckshot's hands quickly, show patience on the RPO game.
And you saw it right there. Buckshot right there, looking into Coach Freeze's eyes on the field, be able to talk to him, and that's something he said in his press conference this week. The first drive was great. We talked through that 5 times before the game. But Coach Freeze said, I need to be able to see him in game and talk to him throughout the game to really stay locked in, and that's what they're doing right now for the first time this season. Here's Coach Freeze prior to the game. They brought him out on the golf cart, able to make his way up there. It's been a long road, a back surgery. He had a horrible staph infection in that back that was very serious. Unfortunately, that all got taken care of, and now a slow road to recovery.
It's great to see him upright and moving.
Flames kick it away. It's going to be returned by Buffalo. Taking the hit, getting up just shy of the 15 is Ron Cook Jr. So Buffalo won't have great field position to start their first drive.
Love Liberty's kickoff coverage team right there. They were coming down the field with bad intentions on their mind.
Buffalo, a team that won 10 games a season ago, but boy, they lost a lot since then. 20 seniors have since gone. They bring in a new quarterback as well, the redshirt freshman Matt Myers. He has looked cool, calm, and collected in 2 starts, even with some struggles against Penn State a week ago. For a young guy, he has been awfully impressive, and you know they're going to do a lot of this, running the football. They give it right away to Patterson, who's hit and dropped for a loss. Jesse Lemonnier there for the tackle.
Yeah, you can see what Buffalo's trying to do right out of the gate. They come in with an overload, a wing to that side, and try to run right at you, trying to send a message, and Liberty says, not so fast.
Buffalo will run it a lot. They've run it 71% of the time so far this year. Part of that skewed a bit because they only threw 10 passes in their first game of the season against Robert Morris. But certainly a dangerous running game. Jared Patterson, a big part of that. He stands to the right of Matt Myers. Redshirt freshman looks to throw it. Throws it near side. The catch is made by Nunn. He's able to pick up a couple extra yards on the end and look to be just shy of the first down marker.
Amongst many other keys to the game, that's going to be one of the keys to the game for Liberty on these pass plays, is to be able to get the receivers on the ground once they make the catch. It's the yaks, yards after catch, that can really hurt you.
Nunn last week, 5 receptions, 113 yards against Penn State. That was in his first action of the season, their leading returning receiver, which doesn't necessarily say a lot given his stats. They had 5 guys that did more than he did last year that all graduated and moved on. So they have all basically a new receiving core aside from Nunn. Short yard situation, the give, and going nowhere is Patterson. It looks like he's going to be stopped short.
Yeah, he didn't get it. 4th down.
So this defensive line of Liberty standing tall here early.
They're going for it, Matt.
At least for now, they're leaving the offense on the field. Remember, Buffalo's really good punter was injured last week, Evan Finnegan, so their backup quarterback is now the punter. Doesn't have a lot of experience, so they're electing to go for it here on 4th, less than a yard at their own 24 and a half. Watch the quarterback sneak here. Myers, big kid, lowers his shoulder, leans forward, and he'll get it.
Like you said, Myers a 6'4", 220 pounds, big kid. They have a lot of confidence to pick up a half yard on a quarterback sneak. So you say some risk on 4th down, but not really.
Myers, a dual threat kid, local kid. West Seneca West High School, just played 14 miles from Buffalo's campus. First freshman quarterback to start for the Bulls since way back in 1991. And they really like his poise, his athleticism, and his decision making. Kevin Marks in there running back now. It's going to be Myers that keeps it. He's able to pick up 4 or 5 on 1st down.
Yeah, you're going to see Myers potentially run the ball some. You look back at his high school career. Here's a young man who rushed for over 1,000 yards as a big, tall quarterback in high school. So he has very good running capability also.
And they have a veteran offensive line, which is, you think about, what a luxury if you're breaking in a young quarterback to have some guys up front that can do a good job. Give to Marks, quickly hit, dropped.
Really like that, Matt. That's what they call solid eye discipline on defense. They try to bring the eye candy on the jet sweep, fake that, run the guy at the middle, and the Flames are able to converge on that and stop it for a short gain.
Elijah Benton, who missed last week at Louisiana, back in there now. He was able to make that tackle, and that's a huge key for this Flames defense to get him back.
No question.
He had 13 tackles in the season opener against Syracuse.
Elijah Benton will get you on the ground. They missed him really bad last week.
3rd and 6. Myers looking to pass. Pocket collapsing, using his feet, has room to run. Picks up the first down and more as he steps out of bounds, crossing the 45.
This is an issue that Liberty has had throughout the season, and that is their edge play. The ability to contain the quarterback, the defensive ends or twists, whatever they may have. They run a twist right there. They've got to be able to maintain that edge and allow the quarterback not to get outside of the pocket. They've struggled with that, and I'm sure Buffalo's recognized that with a good, solid running quarterback also.
The Liberty opponents have converted 45% of 3rd downs coming into today, so that has been an issue, just getting off the field for this Flames D. Myers looks near sideline, throws, the diving snag made by Nunn as they pick up about 5.
I do like how Liberty's trying to mix up their defenses right there. Brought a corner blitz from the wide side, but the Bulls had the right call on, just run a quick out to Nunn, so he's able to get it out of his hand. But I do like the ability of Liberty being able to mix up their defense.
The Flames have had some injuries on that defensive side. Starting linebacker Waylon Kozad out today. Brandon Tillman started in place of him. Ralph Rusins, who you see right there, is battling an ankle sprain he suffered a week ago that held him out for part of that Louisiana game. They're just trying to battle through some injuries on a defense that's already not that deep. Patterson up the middle, able to get the first down as his helmet pops off. Solomon Ajayi there on the tackle as the Bulls move the chains.
You talk about that experienced offensive line for the Bulls, Matt. 4 or 5 returning starters, and these guys, you know the old saying, where's the beef?
Yeah.
Well, the beef's on
right
the Bulls offensive line, and these guys know how to get hat on hat, and they will stay after you for 4 quarters. So that's one thing to watch out for. How much will they wear down the Liberty defensive line?
Marks and McDuffie both in there at the running back spot now for the Bulls. They hand it to Marks, running right, initially slowed up by Ajayi. Lipier there to finish him off.
See, that's a great play by Solomon Ajayi. Attack the upfield shoulder, make him turn it back inside where your help is, and that play was designed to get bounced to the outside. He made him cut it back in and then be able to swarm to the football and stop them for a short gain. Those are the things, those are the disciplined, technical things that Liberty needs to do. Great play by Solomon.
Solomon Ajayi, younger brother of NFL running back Jay Ajayi. 2nd and 10 now. Buffalo looks to the sideline. Kevin Marks in there running back. They're going to give it to him. Marks with a little bit of room, bouncing it outside. Finally hit and dropped at the 32 as he's about a yard shy of that first down marker. Elijah Benton finally the one to get him down.
You talk about early in the broadcast, and as the guys in the studio talked about it, they know exactly what their identity is. Even if they don't get some great runs early on, they're going to keep pounding and pounding at you until they break one.
They're going to give it to Marks again. Tripped momentarily, keeps his footing, able to get down inside the 25. Marks, a Virginia kid. Norfolk, Virginia, set the Northview High School rushing record, and it stood for 47 years before he set a new mark, and he's having himself a good start here in Lynchburg.
See, those are the third ones where you've got to be able to, for Liberty, you have to be able to get him on the ground. Had an opportunity to make a play in the backfield.
And we're going to get a flag here. Looked like some early movement from the Bulls.
Snap infraction, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Well, those are the penalties that'll drive a coach crazy. You've got some momentum, you've got a good drive going, a little bit of rhythm, and then you back yourself up, and you're looking out at 1st and 15.
Yeah, you talked about that actually earlier in the week, Matt, as we met together, being able to win on first down for Liberty and keep them behind the chains.
4 wide receivers set. Kevin Marks remains in the backfield with Myers. They may have to burn a timeout here.
Liberty called it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're right. Buffalo.
That'll get us to our first timeout. What a start for the Flames offensively. Put up an early touchdown. The Bulls in the process of trying to answer. 7-0 here early in Lynchburg.
This Jeep Gladiator is ready to do what you want to do. There's never been anything quite like the all-new Jeep Gladiator. Engineered from the ground up to be a true pickup truck. Backed by legendary Jeep brand 4x4 capability, the Gladiator is ready to carry you and your gear. Test drive a Jeep today at Craft Jeep. No tricks, no gimmicks pricing at Billy Craft, Chrysler Dodge, Jeep Ram.
For more than 120 years, we've been there. In churches and schools, camps and senior living centers. We've been there in times of joy and in the most difficult moments, in times of loss. And our success has been measured not by the bottom line, but by our unwavering commitment to protecting our customers so they can continue their important work. Church Mutual Insurance Company, protecting the greater good.
The Foster Fuels app makes propane easy and helps you avoid conflict.
Honey, did you pay the gas bill? Honey?
Yeah.
Did you pay the propane bill?
Yeah. It's all taken care of.
Pay your bill and manage your account with our Foster Fuels app. Just one more way we're providing exceptional customer service.
Carter Bank & Trust has supported Liberty University for over 3 decades. When many were skeptical of Liberty's vision, our founder, Worth Harris Carter Jr., understood the vision and saw its potential. His instincts were correct. Liberty University has become a regional economic engine. We continue Mr. Carter's legacy by working with determined visionaries to transform potentials into realities every day. As with Liberty University, Carter Bank & Trust is proud of the past, focused on the future.
Back at Williams Stadium, Liberty leads Buffalo 7-0. We told you earlier that Hugh Freeze has made his way back to the sidelines this week. With more on that, we check in with the third member of our crew, Melanie Newman.
Well, guys, he could not have been more emphatic during all of his press conferences this week how sick he was of not being at practice, of not being able to be down here on the field and see these guys in person. He said, now, Buckshot last week did well when they were able to communicate on the first drive, but it showed the more that he was in the booth that Buckshot needed that person-to-person interaction down on the field. You saw what he was just able to do with Freeze down here, and you can only hope to see more of that solid communication, the eye contact, and that hands-on mentality that Freeze wants with this team as they roll on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Calvert responds to that. Run to the near side, Marks taken down at about the 26. So a short pickup there. Bring up. Still a long situation here for Buffalo as they try to answer Liberty's score. Buffalo, a team, as we know, Joe, that will chew up a ton of clock. Yeah. They did it last week against Penn State. They won the time of possession battle. 42 minutes, 35 seconds, 17-25. They had the ball seemingly all day long. It didn't always result in the points they wanted. And that is a way that they will slowly wear you down. Marks hit, the backfield dropped. Javon Scruggs there is one of the two to get him down.
Those last 2 plays, Liberty did a really good job. They talk about building a flat wall. You want to build a flat wall across that defensive line, not leave any gaps open. Both those last 2 run plays, they did a great job of that. And those are the things that Liberty needs to do. Don't let your shoulders get turned. Get your shoulders turned, that opens up gaps, and then those good backs are able to hit those gaps and exploit that for big yardage.
3rd and 12 now. We talked about Liberty's struggles defensively on 3rd down, getting off the field so far this year. Here's another opportunity. Patterson comes in motion. Here comes pressure, and it's caught. Screen set up near side. Marks has it. He's hit and dropped at the 20. Boy, That looked like that could have well turned disastrous for the Bulls. They're fortunate to pick up a few yards and set up a field goal opportunity.
Bringing that pressure straight up the middle, had a screen on, got a finger on it. But what I like right there is the ability of the Flames to be able to rally to the football, get him on the ground to get a third down stop.
Yeah, and again, the poise from Matt Myers, too. I mean, he had Solomon Ajayi right up in his face. Was able to deliver a good ball there to Marks. So that'll bring on Alex McNulty now, field goal kicker. It's going to be about 37 yards. McNulty 3 of 4 on the year. The hold is down, the kick is up, and he missed it. Couldn't connect, and this Flames defense holds early.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Flames.
So Liberty bends, but they don't break. The Flames keep a 7-0 lead, 4:12 to go here in the first quarter, as Liberty looking for its first win on the young season.
Rookie.
We are sisters, and we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much. A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
This is it?
This is it.
I don't get it. No touchscreen, no USB port, no Bluetooth, no anything.
Exactly.
Grandpa, how do you roll down the window?
It's called the window crank.
Sometimes the best way to connect
Cool.
is to disconnect. This moment of escape was brought to you by Haggerty, for people who love cars.
Being old is kind of cool.
Dodgers, Mets, Sunday Night Baseball, tonight on ESPN.
Seven 0 Flames. I hope that's his kid. Liberty leading here in the early going. Time now for our keys to the game, presented by Foster Fuels. Let's start with the Flames, Joe. What do you see for Liberty?
Yeah, there's no question. They got to get Buckshot on track. Buckshot has been missing some of those downfield throws. You can tell his confidence has been shaken, but after that first drive, that key has somewhat been fulfilled so far. And then for the Bulls, you got to win the turnover margin. If they're able to move the ball up and down the field, Liberty's able to do that as Buckshot gets on track. If you can create those turnovers, it gives you opportunity to get the ball in your hands.
Buckshot 4 of 4 on the Flames' first drive. Frankie Hickson in there right now. They bring Stubbs across the formation. Hickson running near side. Boy, and they had a couple of blockers out there. Joey Banks just shot the gap and was able to make the tackle.
Joey Banks is really good at shooting the gap. This is a guy that will come up and strike you. Look last week versus Penn State. He filled the hole quickly and caused a fumble, so he's ready to tackle.
Yeah, Banks was the MAC East Defensive Player of the Week after their game against the Nittany Lions. Here comes the pressure on Buckshot. Throws near side. Caught by Gandy Golden, so was able to make a little something out of nothing. AGG now with 3 receptions in the ball game. A Bolitnikoff watch list guy. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons for Gandy Golden. And a guy, when his season is done, will very likely be the most prolific receiver in Flames history.
Yeah, no question. He is an NFL prospect for the Flames. He is their go-to guy. This is the situation that Liberty didn't want to get themselves into after a great first drive. 3rd and 11.
Calvert, here comes the pressure, hit, dropped. Did he hang on to the football? Yes. Oh boy, did Ladarius Mack younger brother of Khalil Mack, ever put the hit on Buckshot.
He looked like his older brother on that play. He was coming through there. I think they ran a twist here. Yeah, they twisted him from the defensive end back into the A gap, and he came untouched. Those are the pickups that Liberty needs to make. That's a guard pickup right there. You see the twist. You have to be able to pick that up and give Buckshot some time to get downfield. But what a really nice explosive play by Mack.
Boy, he almost jarred that ball loose. Calvert fortunate to hang on to it. So Aiden Alvis now to punt it out of his own end zone. Ron Cook Jr. stands at midfield awaiting it. Alvis, end over end, kick taken at the 45, and Cook will fall forward across the 40 and give the Bulls some great field position to start this drive. So this Buffalo defense does their job. Get it back in the hands of this young O with great field position when we come back.
Rookie.
We are sisters, and we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much. A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
$7-0 Liberty. We saw the sack, the second of the year from Ladarius Mack a moment ago. With more on his interesting backstory, we check in once again with Melanie.
Well, you saw that play from Ladarius right there. You can play 6 degrees, what could have been, whatever game you want to. Khalil Mack, his older brother, had one offer when he was exiting high school, and he had 1 year. He was hurt his junior year. Well, it was originally going to be with Liberty, but as luck would have it, Turner Gill, who went to Buffalo, ended up flipping, taking some of the coaches with him who said, hey, we've got this guy down in Florida, Khalil Mack, you got to look at him. And it turned out Buffalo became the only offer that Mack had, so he took it, ran with it. The rest is history for him. Now, his little brother didn't even play football in high school. He played basketball, went to ASA College in Miami, and about a year in said, can I play on the JUCO football team? They let him, and Khalil said, you know what? I've got a secret for Buffalo, and it's my younger brother. Now, they initially passed, and a month after National Signing Day in 2017, turned around, signed him, and here he is today making his own name for himself.
Yeah, thank you, Melanie. Yeah, quite the story. And Robert Wimberly, former Flames defensive coordinator, was the guy that found Khalil down in Florida and had him verbaled here to the Flames at one time before Wimbo ended up going up to Buffalo, and Khalil followed him there. Quite the story. Yeah, what might have been certainly for the Flames in that case, but Ladarius, the guy that's been kind of learning football on the job here recently and still getting better and better even at this later stage of his collegiate career. Second down. Throwing catch there, came out of the hand quick of Matt Myers as he delivers the strike to Smith here on the near sideline, and Bulls able to move the chains.
Yeah, I tell you, on the Mack story, you know, one of my claim to fame was being the Yock boys were undefeated in backyard football.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But if the Mack brothers would have showed up together, I think I would have taken my ball and went home.
Yeah, your streak might have been in jeopardy, no doubt. Hand off up the middle. Patterson able to pick up a nice chunk there on first down. Patterson, MAC freshman of the year a season ago, his twin brother, second leading tackler on the team, James, linebacker for the Bulls, so no doubt we'll call his name before this one's done. They're going to give it to Patterson again. Caught up in the backfield and dropped. Seneca Espinoza comes up, makes the tackle for a loss, and it'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, you see where Liberty's had success in really trying to knife their linebackers, knife their safeties through the hole there, just being aggressive up front with the linebackers, and so they're having some success to do that. They've seen something in the offensive line where they're able to do that, open up those gaps, and be able to put the Bulls into a 3rd and long.
Espinoza, redshirt junior, has really played well so far this season. And it's 3rd and 9 now for Buffalo. And we're going to get Bulls taking their 2nd timeout, I believe.
Charge timeout. Buffalo, their 2nd. 30 seconds.
So big 3rd down coming here. They want to talk about it. And so far in this ball game, Matt Myers 4 of 5 for 35 yards. The Flames have been able to hold Buffalo to just 3.5 yards a carry, though. That's such an important factor in this ball game, with as well as Buffalo tends to run the football.
Yeah, no question. The position that you get yourself into for Liberty is that you have to be able to stop them on 3rd down.
Here's a look at Myers against Penn State last week. Had a great connection working with Antonio Nunn in that ball game. Made some freshman mistakes. A pick 6 in the 2nd half when Buffalo was actually leading with the ball. Was costly, but all in all, held his composure there pretty well. One loss we should mention, and he was doubtful coming in, and we haven't seen him out there thus far, is the tight end Zach LaFave, a guy that had 2 of the 3 receiving touchdowns on the year for Buffalo. He was injured in that Penn State game, doubtful to play today, and that's a big loss for them. Patterson going far sideline, looks like he has enough for the 1st down. So you hand it off on 3rd and 9, you trust your all-everything running back, and he gets the job done.
And that's a lot of confidence in your running game when you're on the 24-yard line and be able to get in a 3rd and 9 situation.
Look at Nunn, doing a good job there on the edge. You wonder with that play call if they weren't thinking, you know what, this is 4-down territory. Let's run it here. If we get 4 or 5, we've got something reasonable on 4th. But as it turns out, they won't need a 4th down. They're able to move the chains. Give up the middle again. Patterson just lowering that head, keeping those legs churning as he picks up a few. Finally thrown to the turf by Jesse Lemonnier. Patterson was a guy, we mentioned it, his twin brother James. James was the one that was highly recruited. Not a lot of people were giving Jarrett Patterson much of a look. Buffalo finally did when James said, if you want me, you got to take my brother. And it's worked out very well for the Bulls. They're hoping they can get on the board here momentarily as they trail at the end of one, 7-0.
Rookie.
We are sisters, and we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much. A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
Whether your gang is soft, crunchy, or straight up locos, get a party pack delivered for your next get-together. Taco Bell Party Packs. Get the goods delivered on TacoBell.com.
One last game before I go.
Yeah, all right.
Babe, you're cutting it close. You better get going.
When I get to my hotel? Hi.
Hey, Mom. Oh, I'm right behind you.
Did you have dinner?
Yep.
What Daddy cook?
I had nuggets.
Nuggets.
What? How did you?
Playing together? That's our way to play.
Play your favorite games on Nintendo Switch and now on Nintendo Switch Lite, starting at $199.
Here's a question. How can something like floor mats help improve your business? How can this give your employees more confidence to do that? How can safety glasses make your company more productive? And how can the way you look change the way customers see you? For over 1 million companies, the answer is simple. Cintas. So to help keep your business well-equipped, clean, and looking its best, get Cintas. And get ready for the workday.
The leader of this Pittsburgh defense is not getting up.
Somebody tell me we can't do something, I guess we'll just show them.
After the first quarter, the Flames on top of the Bulls by a score of 7-0. And the Liberty defense, that was Matt Kamari's topic in the open, and they're performing well, getting some penetration.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen a lot of guys, Jesse Lemonnier, Elijah Bitton, a lot of guys flying to the ball. That was the point. Yeah. You have to fly to the ball, get these guys on the ground. If not, they will rush up and down the field on you.
Yeah, the ground game is the bread and butter for Buffalo. And as of right now, like obviously they're getting downfield, they're getting it done, but the Flames doing a pretty good job of tackling.
I've been impressed with what they've done thus far. They're really plugging the gaps. There's no holes for the running back to run through, which is why you're seeing some stutter steps. You're seeing hesitation from the running game, and that's why he's not able to get north and south, which is causing delays, allowing the defense to really swarm and make a tackle.
You know, the one thing that I'll say here about the defense is, you know, they're playing well, they're tackling well, but this Buffalo offense is looking to possess the ball. They have possessed the ball quite a bit in this first quarter, most of the first quarter. You know, when we have plays that are fourth down plays, 4th and 1, they have to get stops in those situations so that they can limit the amount of possession that Buffalo's going to have.
You have to see if Liberty, too, can have enough endurance for this ground game. All right, back to Matt and Joe.
Yeah, thank you, fellas. You mentioned that first quarter. Buffalo held the ball for almost 12 minutes in that first quarter. They have it right now. Looking down the seam, and a touchdown, Buffalo. Oh, what a strike by Myers. A beautiful throw as he's able to hook up with the running back, Dylan McDuffie.
Yeah, very similar, Matt, to the play that Liberty ran. It was an RPO play where they, and you could almost feel that coming as they try to run the ball at the middle, run the ball at the middle. Liberty's linebackers getting more and more involved. Now they're going to say, okay, we're going to give you that run the ball look and then pull it out and hit them right down the pipe. Same, like I said, same type of play Liberty ran.
Nolte on for the extra point. Tie this thing up. It is up and through, and we are all knotted at 7. First play of the second quarter, and the Bulls find the end zone. There's another look.
Yeah, you can see the setup. You'll probably see a little pause, outside release. There he is down the pipe. Had a chance there to make a play, but good throw, good catch. Solid football by Buffalo.
You saw the linebacker Tillman respecting the run. Those like 2 steps he took up towards the line of scrimmage was just enough to allow Myers to fit it in there. And that's his first touchdown pass this year to a non-tight end, by the way. So you see these running backs getting involved in more than just the running game. McDuffie, the redshirt freshman out of Amherst, New York, redshirted last year, comes from a family of Bulls. He had 3 uncles that have played at UB.
You know, one of the things, Matt, that you're starting to see a lot more in college football that have picked this up is they're really holding those RPO fakes for a long time. They are making those linebackers make a decision and hold that ball inside that running back's belly as long as they can. Then once he makes that decision, either gives it or he throws it down the pipe just like that.
Kick is away. Shadro Lewis, the freshman, will take it at his own 6. Lewis hurls a couple of guys there in one leap, but falls down right at the 25, which is where the Flames will take over. This Liberty offense looked great their first drive, moved right down the field, able to pick up the score. Second drive had some struggles, and now you're going to see, much like in their game a week ago against Louisiana.
That's right.
All right, great. When everything's scripted, you got to have plenty of time to talk through your entire first drive. It works fine. Now can you make some adjustments on the fly, and can you get something going once again offensively?
You have to answer. You have to answer. Had a bad possession last possession. They scored a touchdown. Now you have to answer.
Calvert gives to Frankie Hickson running near side. Needs to make a man miss. Able to pick up about 3 yards there. Hickson went over 100 yards on the day a week ago and over 2,000 in his career.
Yeah, Frankie's a really good back, and the one thing that you've seen him improve on this season is his speed. You look at right there, a little stutter and acceleration, able to get around the corner just to pick up a few yards.
Calvert rolling to his right, looking downfield, firing, looking for Gandy Golden, and he overshot it. Gandy Golden had double coverage, but he beat them both. Calvert just led him a little too far.
Yeah, you look at that play right there. Buckshot had a shot into the flat. He passed that up. As you can see, Gandy Golden sticks hard. Nice little move there. Stuck him hard to the outside. Go. Hits him with the post. He's got 2 yards behind him. Buckshot has to find a way to make those throws.
So brings up third down. Now Buckshot again rolling to his right. Fires on the move. That pass caught on the far sideline. That's Damian King. So a good pass on the run from Calvert. The senior Damian King able to haul it in, and the Flames pick up a big third down.
See, I like these little wrinkles that Liberty's doing right there. Early in the game, they move Buckshot out of the pocket. Third down, move him out of the pocket. Like it.
Try to bring a little tempo now as Calvert connects with Kevin Shaw. He's able to get about 7 on first down.
And then also like that too, Matt. You get, like you said, you get some tempo going, and the quick speed out is a great, easy throw and catch in a tempo offense. And so they're doing the right things. Having Coach Freeze, I think, down there on the sidelines is really being beneficial right now.
Well, you know he wants to play fast. That is his MO. He wants to have a tempo offense, and I don't think they've been able to ramp it up to the speed he'd like to so far this year. Pickett with the carry, little stutter step, takes a big shot, but stumbles forward for a couple extra as the Flames pick up another first down.
Yeah, I really like that play, Matt. What they're doing right there is they're taking the fullback and they're trying to give a look like you're trying to reach the outside, but that's not really what they're trying to do. And the fullback goes outside, Pickett makes it look that way, and then he turns it up back inside to pick up a nice gain. Well-designed play.
First down, Liberty in Buffalo territory. 2 wide receiver set. Calvert looking to his right, firing, caught by Gandy Gold. He's dropped after an 8-yard gain, and with that reception, Antonio Gandy Gold moves into third place all by himself on Liberty's career reception list.
Yeah, that's really good. You look at that play right there, that 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends. What Coach Freeze is trying to do right there is saying, hey, we're going to max protect you, Buckshot. We're going to max, you don't have to worry about anything. You're going to be able to sit in that pocket, and then we're going to run a speed out with AGG, throw it at his numbers, and then pick up a good gain right there. Solid.
8-yard gain. They swing it out now to Shaw, has AGG in front of him, able to break a tackle down the near sideline, and he's going to go. Kevin Shaw with a 33-yard score. The Flames go on top. Well, Antonio Gandy Golden is known for catching the football, but he delivered a big block there that helped spring Kevin Shaw.
Big block on the outside, but really like Kevin Shaw's acceleration. You throw those horizontal passing game, mix it up with the run and the pass. Liberty has something going here offensively.
First touchdown for Shaw in a Flames uniform. As the extra point is up and through, and Liberty goes back in front, 14-7. The offense finds a little rhythm, and they find the speedy Shaw for the touchdown strike. Liberty leads it 14-7.
Rookie.
We are sisters.
And we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much. A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
Whose dog is this?
It's my special friend Antonio. His luxurious fur calms my nerves when I'm worried about moving into our new apartment.
Why don't we just ask Geico for help with renter's insurance?
Antonio, fetch a computer.
See how much you could save on renter's insurance.
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
Are you ready for all the football, all the time, in a season that never ends? Well, these 6 planes are ready. This grandpa's ready. The fans are ready. The teams are ready. Are you ready?
I'm one of the top 10 people on this planet that people recognize. Should be happy, right?
Dennis was painfully shy.
He was so quiet.
He was not ready for this cruel world.
Seven plays, 74 yards for the Flames as they go on top 14-7. And there's a look at one of the unsung heroes of this offense, Dante Duff. More on him. We check in once again with Melanie.
Well, both Antonio Gandy-Golden and Frankie Mixon have been very vocal that their success is because of guys like Dante Duff, who open up those paths for them to be able to charge in and score in the first place. And for Duff, he's been called a player coach by his coaching staff, and he said it's simple. If they have a message to get to the team, it's my job to hold them accountable. If our quarterback goes down, that's on us, and it's time to push forward and give our offense a chance. So he felt that opportunity, he felt the responsibility, and he pushed these guys through.
Dante Duff has started every game of his Liberty career. I think it's 36 straight starts for Duff as he's been an anchor on that offensive line. That kick will bound through the back of the end zone. Well, this Buffalo program and what they've done has been impressive, and the resume of their head coach is even more impressive. Lance Leipold in his 5th year, Buffalo. As we got a flag down the play, we'll take a look at that in a moment. But Leipold, what a career he's had. He was at Wisconsin Whitewater for 8 seasons. All they did was win 6 national championships during that time. D3 national titles, 6 times National Coach of the Year.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Receiving team number 36. That is half the distance to the goal. First down.
Leipold not going to be thrilled with that penalty. That'll back him up. But what a coach. This guy may be the best coach people never talk about. I mean, he's done it certainly at the D3 level, but now you're seeing what he's doing at Buffalo. 10 wins, as we said a season ago. He's just a coach's coach, and you like seeing guys work themselves up the ranks the way he has.
Yeah, he's a program builder, and what he's done, you know, whether Division 1, 2, 3, it doesn't matter. Winning at that level with that type of success is very difficult. So it says a lot about his resume and his ability to build programs.
He's trying to rebuild this season. We told you about all the players that Buffalo lost after last year. Their young quarterback stands in the shotgun right now. Myers is going to pass, stands in the pocket, fires downfield, and what a catch on the near sideline. Oh, the grab from Marlon Johnson. Freshman to freshman is Johnson able to haul it in.
That was a great throw by Myers. Liberty had brought a safety blitz, but they were a little bit late on that blitz. He came from too far deep to be able to get there. Myers able to get that ball off down the field, and what a fantastic throw. Get into his outside shoulder, allowing him to fade into it, but not throwing him out of bounds. Great throw and catch. But Liberty's got to find that fine line between, hey, I need to be a couple yards closer. 2 yards closer to the line of scrimmage. When you hit that blitz, he might have hit Myers right in the face.
33-yard gain for the Bulls as they're trying to get the offense going here. Marks takes the handoff, picks up a couple. But that is what we talked about, Joe. What they want to do is, we get another flag in there late. We did. They'll sort this out. And it looked like that flag may have come in after the play.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 14, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Solomon Ajayi, a little back and forth there with Evan Kazarczak. And a little extra picked up the 15-yarder, and I guess you could say now we're even. A couple of those, one going each way so far in this possession.
I know, Matt, when we met with Hugh Freeze in his office this week, the one thing that he says that he does not accept, is stupid penalties.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing about having Hugh Freeze down the sideline that maybe some of these players will say isn't a positive. Gets to chew you out after a penalty. That one broken up as they were testing the freshman, Keetrell Clark. He was able to break it up. They really like Keetrell Clark.
That was a really nice play by Clark. What happened was he was beat by a couple steps, but he didn't panic. When you get beat by a couple steps, what you do is you get your eyes to the receiver's hip, and then you sprint to that hip, and then once you see his hands go up, your hands go up. I'll tell you right now, Myers throws a really nice deep ball.
That's what we kind of said about this offense, right? A lot of running, but then a lot of that play action that leads to big hitters over the top. Marks now sheds the first would-be tackler, and he's close to a first down. Looks like he'll be about a yard shy.
Yeah, you said it right there. Sheds the first would-be tackler. That's what Liberty has to do. They have to be able to tackle at the point of contact. Instead of being a 3rd and 7, now it's a 3rd and 1.
Handoff, Marks hit the backfield and drops for a loss. That was a little bit slow developing. See Austin Lewis, Ralph Rusins both in the backfield. Able to get him for a yard loss, and now it brings up 4th and 2.
Big 4th down for both sides of the ball right here. They're in that no man's land for Buffalo, 4th and 2 on the 30-yard line. Long field goal. Don't want to try that. Liberty has the opportunity to get a stop here as momentum builder. This is a big down on both sides of the ball.
McNulty already missed one field goal tonight. Buffalo is 1 for 1 converting on 4th down here this evening. So 4th and 2. The give to Marks, hit, dropped, it's gonna be close, and he didn't get it. Brandon Tillman filling in for Waylon Kozad, who's out injured tonight, is able to shoot into the backfield and get him down. But do we have a flag here? And it looks like Liberty coaches are waving as if they expect it to be on Buffalo.
Illegal shift against the offense. 2 players moving at the same time. Never got set. That penalties decline. First down. Liberty. Timeout.
So reason to dance for this Liberty defense. There once again, allow Buffalo to drive into Flames territory, but come up with a big stop to get the football back. Flames lead it by a score here in Lynchburg.
Rookie.
We are sisters.
And we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much.
A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
Whose dog is this?
It's my special friend Antonio. His luxurious fur calms my nerves when I'm worried about moving into our new apartment.
Why don't we just ask Geico for help with renter's insurance?
Antonio, fetch computer.
See how much you could save on renter's insurance.
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it. The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back. Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
Well, this isn't the first meeting between Liberty and Buffalo. One other time they met on the football field, that was back in 1998. Liberty won that one in overtime, 27-24 right here in Lynchburg. Stacey Nobles rumbled. 30 carries, 229 yards, and a couple of scores in that win for Liberty.
That's my guy, Matt.
You knew Stacey?
I coached him.
Did you?
This is coach.
Apparently he was doing all right before you got there, too.
I showed him.
Yeah.
290 yards.
Yeah.
That's coach.
Yeah, right. So this Liberty offense coming back on the field now with a 14-7 lead. They go empty backfield now, motion Hickson there to Buckshot Calvert's left. They give it to Frankie. Nope. Calvert pulls it near sideline. Pass complete to Shadro Lewis.
Hey, Matt, I'm starting to see a little Buckshot confidence right there. It's the little things you look for. On the motion with the fake, he had the opportunity to get the ball out of his hand right away, but he knew if he just bought himself a fraction bit of more time, it would come more open and be allowed him to get upfield a little bit more. So you're just seeing the little things right now as Buckshot's confidence is starting to get a little bit more each snap.
Yeah, it showed. He's 10 of 11 right now for 127 yards and a couple of scores. Second down now for the Liberty. Hickson, hesitation. Wrapped up, maybe a yard gain, but that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Jabuzi Onwuka able to get into the backfield. Guy that's played awfully well this is junior year. He's a guy that Lance Leipold said, last year he wasn't healthy. He played with an ankle sprain all year. He was maybe 60 or 70%, but this season he's good to go and is showing a real burst there on that defensive line.
So a big 3rd down and 1 for Liberty after getting a 4th down stop. You need to convert some first downs.
Handoff, Hickson, hit, dropped, and it is going to be right at the marker. He kind of got hit and went sideways there, and that's going to be close. Old Eagle Eye Joe going to give this one a look.
Didn't even let me give it a call. Eagle Eye Joe.
And they are going to give it to him.
Didn't give me a chance.
Just by the nose of the football. So the Flames able to move the chains. Clock ticks down towards 8.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Flames being a little bit deliberate here early on this drive. Calvert has some time, now running out, slings it down the middle of the field, looking for Shaw. He had him and missed him. Once again, Kevin Shaw showing you that speed, but Calvert, for the second time on a deep ball tonight, got a little too much air underneath it.
Yeah, you look at the protection right there. He's able to stand in the pocket. Buckshot, those are the throws that he has to deliver. He's missed 2 of those so far this week. You've seen so much improvement on the other parts of his game, but the downfield deep passes, those are the ones he's got to start completing. Those are game changers.
And those have been his only 2 incompletions.
Correct.
Have been those 2 down the field. So 2nd and 10 now. Calvert going to throw it again. Fires near sideline. Caught by Caleb Coleman across midfield. Hit and dropped, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. You're seeing him spread the ball around too. Flames not just locked in on Antonio Gandy Golden, which at times has been a knock on Buckshot.
And what you're seeing too, Matt, is you're seeing better offensive line protection, so Buckshot is able to stand in the pocket more. And then you look at throws like that. He's had some throws where he's had to read the defense and then go through his progressions and then make the throw. And then you have plays like that where he's able to drop back and he knows exactly where he's going with the ball before the ball's even snapped. You get a one-on-one matchup over there with Coleman and pick up the first down.
Yeah, 6 different receivers so far for the Flames, as Isaiah King a little bit shaken up on the play. They'll check in on him. We'll take a timeout. You're watching college football on ESPN+.
Rookie.
We are sisters.
And we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much. A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
Are you ready for some football? Are you ready for Monday nights to be as exciting as Saturday nights and to leave a cousin's wedding early for Wild Card Weekend? Are you ready to destroy Daryl forever?
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, these 6 planes are ready. This grandpa's ready. Mahomes is ready.
Mahomes is ready.
I just said that. The fans are ready. The teams are ready. Are you ready?
Well, Buffalo's man's just 7 points so far tonight, and not having that guy right there in the middle of the screen has been an issue. This is one of their most explosive offensive weapons. Zach LaFave, he is tight end, has 2 of their touchdowns receiving so far this year. A real weapon in the passing game, but he is injured and out tonight. He was told he was doubtful coming in. He was on there, no pads, not participating in this one, and that is a big loss certainly for this Bulls offense. Right now, though, they're worried a little bit about the defense. This Liberty offense has been finding a rhythm as they have it first down in Bulls territory. Frankie Hickson takes the handoff and is able to pick up maybe 1. Liberty's been having the success too, Joe, without really getting anything in the ground game.
Yeah. Yeah, they've done some good things in the pickups in the run game. They're trying to run the ball at the middle, but yet at the time they're working the horizontal stretches with the outside passing game where they've really had a lot of success. Just keeping it simple, running the speed outs to AGG, Coleman, taking some shots. There's a good mix-up, taking some shots down the field on them. So keep working your run game, keep doing what you're doing. Don't panic at all. You're having great success. 8
rushes for 8 yards so far tonight for Liberty. Albert looking downfield, running out of time, fires near side, just a little tall for the tight end Johnny Huntley as a flag comes in. Flag right there on the 40-yard line. In the area that the pass was thrown, we'll see what this is all about.
It was defensive holding is my guess.
Holding, defense, number 20, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's James Patterson, the linebacker. Twin brother of the running back, Jarrett. So that'll move the chains for the Flames as that pass just a little bit wide of the target. Flames trying to get the tight ends involved. He had the completion to Bollinger earlier in the ball game, trying to get Huntley the ball there. Calvert pulls it out, runs out of time, spins away, now fires to Pickett near sideline. Pickett able to get out of bounds for no gain, but it could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah, no question. That's a great job by Buckshot. Just to be able to stay alive, don't panic, just stay alive, and then be able to deliver that ball to the outside. Even if you didn't get a gain, you didn't take a 7-yard loss.
Buckshot, not a guy you think of as super athletic, as that was Malcolm Kuntz that got just a fingertip on him as he flew by, but he's kind of sneaky quick a little bit.
Yeah, and he's athletic enough. There's no question. Not a scrambler or anything like that, but he's athletic enough.
So 2nd and 11 now for Liberty. Albert pulls it out, looking downfield, fires, and it is caught by Gandy Golden, hurtling the defender, and he's in. He used all of that 6'4" frame to go up and snag it, and then one last hurdle to pay dirt.
You know, we were up, Matt, in And talking to Coach Freeze earlier, I said, Coach, when are you going to throw the back shoulder fade to AGG? Well, order it up. He said they've been working on it. They want to do it. They just haven't had the right opportunities to do it. And there it was. Great throw, great catch, touchdown Flames.
36-yard strike. The extra point is up and through, and the Flames push their lead to 21-7. Calvert has been dialed in so far tonight. 13 of 15, 177 yards, 3 scores. This is the guy Flames fans have seen at points throughout his career. He wasn't here the first 2 ball games, but boy, has he ever shown up tonight.
Fear the beard, Matt. Fear the beard.
But that is what having a guy like Antonio Gandy Golden, you said, draft prospect, scouts really like him. And look at that. That's the worst feeling in the world as a receiver when you're coming down.
Yeah,
he jumped a little early there, and you're just trying to hang on as long as you can, and he was able to snag it.
Long arms and athleticism. You know, this is a guy that is out this season to prove a point that he can play really well against really good competition. You go across the board. He stepped up against Syracuse, played well. He stepped up against Louisiana Lafayette, especially early in that game, played well, and he's had a great first half here in this game. So this is an NFL prospect with an NFL body, and now he's got a buckshot hot. So this is a recipe for success for the Flames.
5 catches, 69 yards, and that touchdown for Gandy Golden. And that one will land a few yards deep in the end zone. Touchback. As with 6:09 to go here in the first half, you kind of get the feeling it's a long way to go, certainly.
Yeah, no
but
question.
for Buffalo, you feel like you kind of need to answer here.
Yeah.
You got a hot quarterback. You got an offense that seems to be finding a rhythm. You don't feel like you can give the ball back to him here right before the half in danger of going down 3 scores. You need to get something going here before the break.
Yeah, I think Buffalo's going to be Buffalo, though. They're still going to run the ball, and then they're going to take their shots, and there's no need to try to panic whatsoever this early in the game. They're going to do what they do, and they believe in it, and they know they can have success doing it. So don't expect much to change from them offensively right now.
Myers rolling near side. Fires a little high and wide as he was looking for none.
Nunn is a really good receiver. That one got the ball was delivered a little bit high right there. But the thing about Nunn, he's only 5'11", but he plays a lot bigger than that. And he's physical. You watch him block downfield. He's a small, but yet he's physical. He's feisty. Makes plays downfield. Works in the run game to block on the outside. He's got the complete package.
The Flames doing a good job of keeping him kind of contained. 2 catches tonight, but just for 15 yards. He hasn't been able to break any of the big ones downfield. 2nd and 10. Give up the middle. Patterson trying to get free. Chased down from behind by Elijah Benton, but not before he picks up the first down. One of the better runs of the night for Buffalo coming right here. Good vision for Patterson, able to break it outside.
Yeah, no question. That's why I really like how Patterson is able to step up. He sees the hole quick, steps up in the hole, sticks his foot in the ground, has that shifty, explosive outside maneuver, and is able to get his shoulders north and south, get upfield to pick up 10 yards. He is a very patient yet explosive back.
Empty backfield here for the Bulls. Myers with 5 wide. Slings it near sideline and just trying to get rid of that one as the pressure was coming from Liberty, and his receiver wasn't on the same page.
See, that's what I like about Liberty so far in some of the looks. They brought a corner blitz so far, Matt. They brought a safety blitz right there, and then now they slant the front and bring a linebacker around, and the guard wasn't able to pick him up.
There's another look. You saw Ajayi coming on the blitz again. It feels like they brought him more on blitzes than we've seen in the first couple of ball games.
Yeah, they've got a little something going on there on the inside.
2nd and 10. Jaron Patterson back in there, the running back spot. Play clock at 2. They give it to Patterson. Stopped initially, but able to redirect and dive forward for 4 yards. And a late flag comes in. They get another personal foul here. Seen a couple of personal fouls already tonight. Unnecessary roughness.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct against the offense, number 67. 15-yard penalty. This is number 67's first unsportsmanlike foul.
That's Evan Kazarzak. Remember, it was him and Solomon Ajayi that were kind of mixed up earlier, and Ajayi got the call that went against him. This time, left tackle Kazarzak, his flag.
For coaches, Matt, there's gray hairs and then there's angry gray hairs.
Yeah,
those
that's an angry one.
Liverpool just got 6 angry gray hairs right there.
Well, now it's 3rd and 19. Make it 3rd and 21. So that is a big penalty. As Buffalo in danger of giving the ball back to the Flames here with plenty of time before halftime. Myers has some pressure from behind him, hit and dropped. Jesse Lemonnier coming off the edge and got him to the turf.
If you want to play good defensive football, Matt, if you want to play good defensive football, you got to be able to rush 4, drop 7, and get to the quarterback. If you can do that and play zone behind it and get to the quarterback by only rushing 4, Jesse Lemonnier just manhandles right there, gets back to Myers. That's how you can play successful defensive football. You're not trying to manufacture a bunch of different pressures. You can keep it simple, rush the 4, drop the 7, and play solid football.
Kyle Van Treese into punt, and it's not a good one. That one will take a Liberty bounce back inside the Buffalo 35. Van Treese is the backup quarterback who is forced into action now because the Buffalo punter Evan Finnegan broke his leg in last week's ball game against Penn State. So Van Treese in an uncomfortable spot. He hadn't punted in a game before last week since high school back in 2016, and that was not a good one, as just a 14-yard punt for Van Treese. And certainly, your thoughts and prayers go out to the Buffalo punter, Evan Finnegan, who had a really scary, severe injury that will keep him out for the rest of the season. But the Flames now get the ball back in great field position. Calvert has time, fires downfield looking for Gandy Golden, rises up and makes the grab. Oh my! He plucked that thing out of the sky.
AGG climbing the ladder to get that one. Talk about his timing on the jump there is perfect.
Flames hustle up to the line. Ball at the 1-yard line. Frankie Hickson checks in at running back. Calvert looking to his big target again. Why not? Did he hold on? No! It squirts out right at the end. Devin Russell fighting him all the way to the turf and able to jar it loose.
Love the fact that Coach Hugh Freeze says, hey, we're not just going to try to rush it in. We're going to try to go right back to AGG. A little sluggo route right there, a little slant and go to AGG, climbs the ladder, goes up and gets it. That's beautiful. But I love the fact that they go right back to him and say, we want you to be our guy.
Calvert gives it to Hickson, dives into the end zone, touchdown Flames. This is the Hugh Freeze offense we heard about all off season. Coach Freeze gets down on the field, and suddenly it starts clicking.
They start moving the ball real well, and then I like the fact, just like we talked about there, hit him over the top trying to get to AGG, then come right back up, go right at the goal line. Frankie Hickson gets his pads low to the ground, dives into the end zone, has a nose for the end zone, touchdown Flames.
Probert in for the extra point. It is up and good. 28 first half points for Liberty. They had 14 points in their first 2 games combined coming into tonight. They've doubled that total here, and we're not even at the halfway point of this ball game.
Yeah, it was hard for these fans to sit through a goose egg last time the Flames were at home in Williams Stadium versus Syracuse, and the opposite has occurred today, scoring 28 points with 3:24 left in the second quarter.
Still plenty of time. Even here in the first half, 3:24. Remember, Buffalo will get the ball first in the second half as well. But I will say this about Buffalo. Joe, when you take a look at their offense, are they an offense? Some offenses, you say, they get down a little bit, they're fine. Some you say, they're not built to come from behind. How would you kind of describe this offense, and are they built to come back from a deficit like this?
Yeah, the answer to that question is yes, they can. And the reason is, but they don't leave themselves a lot of room for error. Is that if they're going to possess the ball for longer periods of time, they got to put, 3-4 scoring drives, which they're very capable of doing. At 3:24 in the half, we're still in the first half. Yeah. This is a long football game. There's a lot to be played, so no way whatsoever that they need to press the panic button.
So the Flames kick it away. That will sail out of the end zone. And a touchback. Well, this performance, as we get another flag coming in, we'll check on that as what that's all about. Got a little chippy here in this ball game the last few possessions. Remember, I think it was after the last score, there was a penalty that backed Buffalo up to pretty bad field position. See which way this one's headed.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, receiving team number 8. Penalty is half the distance to the goal line, first down.
Well, this has been a little bit of a meltdown for Buffalo. Some really uncharacteristic penalties, and puts them in a tough spot now with the ball backed up just outside the 12-yard line.
Yeah, there's going to be a couple guys that may want to put an extra pair of pants on in at halftime because they're going to get a little bit of a chewing from coach.
I was wondering where you're heading with that. First and 10. 3:24 to go here in the second quarter. That one thrown near sideline. Catch is made by Patterson as he steps out of bounds. And we check in once again with Melanie Newman. Melanie?
Well, Coach Leipold set the tone. We've seen a lot of matchups for Hugh Freeze with coaches that have mutual respect for each other. Leipold is no different. He said, don't look at the stats from Liberty's last matchup in Louisiana because this is an offense waiting to explode. Freeze has been biting at the bit to get down here on the field, and so has Buckshot's system here because they've been stymied for the last 2 games, so it's only a matter of time, fire and gasoline, that Freeze is down on the field, and these guys are ready to carry the rock.
Yeah, they've been getting it done tonight. Marks with a crease, and he's got a first down. Nice run by the sophomore out of Norfolk, Virginia. Let's see if that gets this offense moving, and they try to pick up the pace here a little bit as they hustle up to the line.
I really love the patience of Buffalo's running backs. They wait for the hole to open up, and then when it opens, they explode through it.
Pass near sideline, caught, immediately dropped was Marlon Johnson. As that was Ketrell Clark on the coverage. The freshman getting a lot of playing time here tonight.
You're getting ready to see some runs and quick throws by Buffalo trying to get into a rhythm.
Marks gets free. Looked like he was corralled, comes out of the pile, is able to pick up 6 or 7, get the first down, and get out of bounds. So you're seeing this rhythm developing now for the Bulls offense. Still 2 minutes to go here before half.
I like the fact that they're mixing it up a little bit. They had some good plays, some tempo and some rhythm. Now they huddle up right here. They want to make sure they have the right play. This is a big series. They know minute 40 as the clock's ticking down at minute 45. This is a big series for them to do something positive right before halftime and then have the opportunity to get the ball back right away in the second half.
And off Marks, has a blocker in front. A race, he is just drugged down. As I believe that was Clark that got him by the shoestrings right around the 25-yard line. For a moment, it looked like Marks might get loose and take it the distance.
Once again, Marks shows great patience, sees the hole, waits for it. He's able to run right through. Good blocking up front by the experienced offensive line of the Bulls.
Bulls showing some patience here, huddling up, clock ticking down under minute 15 to go. No rush. Marks remains in the backfield next to Myers. 3 wide receivers to his right. Here comes some pressure off the edge. Solomon Ajayi is there and wraps Marks up and gets him to the ground. They brought Ajayi again on the blitz. He read it perfectly.
That's what I like. I like the mix-ups. Liberty's done a great job once again bringing corner blitz, safety blitz, inside linebacker blitz, outside linebacker blitz. That gives the offensive line a lot of difficulty, a lot of different looks on who they're going to pick up, and on that one, he's able to come through free.
Buffalo with just the 1 timeout remaining. They're trying to save it as that one falls incomplete. It'll stop the clock but bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, once again right here, a 3rd and long. The ball looks like it's on, what, the 28-yard line. This is a big 3rd down both ways.
This crowd starting to get into it a bit on this 3rd down. Buffalo has missed 1 field goal already tonight. They're at the edge of field goal range right now. Myers running out of time, delivers downfield and over the head of his intended receiver. Jesse Lemonnier had his helmet right in the chest of the redshirt freshman quarterback.
Once again, Matt, 4-man pressure with Jesse Lemonnier coming off the edge, being able to get to the quarterback. That is a game changer when you can get to the quarterback with that 4-man pressure.
So they are going to attempt a field goal. Alex McNulty comes in. This will be from 45. His long on the season is from 40. And Liberty may take a timeout.
Charge timeout. Liberty, their first, 30 seconds.
So you had 3 of them. You think, well, if we can make McNulty think about it a little bit, why not?
I've been waiting all season for this, Joe.
What is that?
Trying to freeze.
Hugh Freeze. I see, yeah.
Freeze the kicker.
We could have waited a little longer, I think. Yeah. McNulty, this was against Penn State last week. 3 for 4 on the year. 1 miss prior to tonight was from 49 yards. And had the distance, but pushed it a little bit. So here he'll get another opportunity. Also, Dominic Johnson, the wide receiver, is the new holder. Their punter, Evan Finnegan, was their holder before he broke his leg. So McNulty also has to deal with a new guy holding the football for him. Is good, hold is good, the kick is up and no good. He missed another one. So the Bulls come up empty. They put together a pretty good drive, but unable to get any points out of it.
The freeze worked.
Once again, just pushing it a little to the right, had the distance. So 2 missed field goals tonight for the sophomore Alex McNulty.
How many timeouts does Liberty have left, Matt? 2 timeouts?
2 timeouts.
2 timeouts, 28-7. 29 seconds left.
Are you saying you might get greedy if you're the Flames here?
They're not greedy. They're in victory. They're in boring formation.
Probably the right call.
Probably the right call.
As Buckshot will take a knee.
There it goes.
And the Flames will head to the locker room.
Great half.
In a situation they have not found themselves in this year. 28-7. The Flames surprising the Bulls here in the first half of play in Lynchburg. Thanks to the play of Buckshot Calvert. 14-17, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns as Liberty leads it by 3 scores. Halftime show coming up. We'll also hear from the head coach Hugh Freeze. That's for this broadcast on ESPN+.
Rookie.
We are sisters.
And we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much.
A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
Longhorn's Cookout isn't something you want to miss. because that'd mean missing our fire-grilled ribeye, sides that turn a meal into a feast, hanging with your closest friends. And missing all that would be, you know, sad. Come in for our limited-time Longhorn Cookout with the unforgettable 18-ounce fire-grilled outlaw ribeye, Longhorn's new mixed grill, and our famous full-rack baby back ribs with steakhouse mac and cheese. That's how steak is done. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
He was not ready for this cruel world.
Rodman, for better or worse. Available now.
AHS 1984 premieres Wednesday at 10 on FX.
Hey, welcome back to Lynchburg, Virginia. The Flames on top currently by a score of 28-7. The offense has come to life as Pat Kelly predicted in the open. You said it'd be over 400 yards. They're at 215 right now.
That's why I make the big bucks, okay?
Yeah.
That's why they pay me.
Obviously, the run game not doing extremely well right now, but the passing game has really come to life. He kind of caught a little bit of the interview there with Hugh Freeze. We had a little bit of audio issues. We'll see if we can get to you. Possibly not. But I think he was saying the RPO really working for the Flames right now.
Yeah, Coach Freeze said earlier in the week, he said, Buckshot's my guy, and there were some concerns that Buckshot wasn't able to make the RPO reads, make the right decisions. And Hugh Freeze in the interview said they're giving him. Buffalo is giving Liberty the RPO. He's taking what they can give him. We see it. He's able to simplify the game plan. And Buckshot's making a lot of good reads. He's also flowing with traffic and able to make great decisions with the ball.
Yeah, Des, you talked a lot about confidence earlier on, and it seems like there's been a seed that's planted and watered so far as Buckshot's feeling pretty good right now.
Right. Buckshot looks like he's a four-year starter right now. He looks like somebody that has command of the offense. I think, him being able to make quick decisions with the football, getting the ball out of his hands at a quick rate has really helped him here. And to see some points go up on the board has also been really successful for him here.
All right, Pat, let's go for a walk here. We're going to break down Buckshot a little bit more over at the Island. And obviously, Buckshot had his struggles first two games against Syracuse, against Louisiana, and we're going to focus on that right now. Kind of show you the differences of what's going on between last week and this week. And prime example here right off the bat, Flames have an opportunity for a first down, and just the read is playing wrong, basically, as Stubbs was wide open.
Yeah, what you can see from the screen is, as we have the screen paused here, I want you to look at the receiver at the very top, number 5. Let's go ahead and run the film. Keep an eye on this receiver. So as Buckshot's dropping back, he has a receiver that's open. Go ahead and pause the film. So at this point, he has a clean pocket. Where Buckshot should be looking is at the top of the screen to number 5. However, look where he ends up throwing the ball. He forces it. Let's go ahead and run the film. Forces it downfield to his go-to guy, Gandy Golden, with 3 guys surrounding him. So trying to force the ball, not getting the ball out on time. Let's take a look at the next clip. Again, I want you to look at the receiver at the bottom of the screen. He's in the middle here. Let's go ahead and run the film.
Basically, Stubbs should be getting a lot more
And let's
love.
pause. Let's pause. So at this point, Buckshot should be releasing this pass and throwing to number 5 in the back of the end zone, who's open. 4th down, got to get rid of it quickly. Instead, he holds on to the ball and takes a sack. Tonight, he's been much more decisive.
Yeah, we moved to tonight's footage, and he has been responsive. He's been quick. Other than that second drive where things looked a little bit off, his decisions have been precise and well calculated.
It's been really a credit to Hugh Freeze for drawing up this game plan. I love this play call here where Buckshot's in the backfield. As we run this, you'll see the play action here. Fakes it to the back. Let's go ahead and pause it. We'll keep the play going here. It was a great, unbelievable read on that, faking to the back, getting the ball out of his hands quickly. That's what he needs to do to be successful, and he's done that so far tonight. Another example here, you see Buckshot dropping back. He's targeting the receiver at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead and run it. As soon as you see He releases the ball, hits him on time. You can't defend that. You cannot defend a perfect pass.
Yeah, Buckshot looking a lot better so far in this game. He's got 3 touchdowns so far on the day. Hugh Freeze must be happy so far. Him down on the sidelines, definitely making a difference. Much more to come. We'll be back after the break.
Rookie.
We are sisters.
And we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much.
A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
At Zaxby's, the Zensation Salad is back. And introducing the new Zensation Filet Sandwich Meal with hand-breaded chicken, Asian slaw, wonton strips, and citrus vinaigrette. Both served with an egg roll. The Zensation Salad and Filet Sandwich Meal. Only at Zaxby's.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
I'm here to announce my retirement from sports. The pressure it takes to play at 9 is not what I expected when I started at 5. I'm done with parents being a part of my every move, with the coaches that think I'm not strong enough. I'll miss my teammates, but I obviously can't compete at this level. Any questions?
It's hard to believe that a place called Paradise could now look like this.
When a town has gone through what this town has, why does a game still matter?
Because Paradise is a football town.
AHS 1984 premieres Wednesday at 10 on FX.
Flames explode for 4 touchdowns in the first half against the Buffalo Bulls, currently leading 28-7. And really, was this expected? I know we thought there'd be an improved offensive play from this team. Were you expecting 4 TDs, though, in the first half?
I wasn't. 4 TDs in the first half for the Flames is absolutely incredible. The offense is playing really well, clicking on all cylinders. Buckshot's making great decisions with the football. He's also getting the ball out quick. Pat, you said it. He can't defend a perfect pass. Buckshot's put a lot of focus in his game, and he's made really good passes.
Yeah, let's run here through the touchdowns. And like you said, his decision-making has been polished in this game, and it's different receivers other than AGG getting in the end zone as well.
You know, I think that's a huge thing that is happening here today, that he's not just focusing in and honing in on one guy, spreading the ball around. And him being able to do that makes the defense have to respect everybody in the pass game. So it's not crippling the Flames here today, and I think that is paying dividends for them.
Well, one aspect we talked about with Buffalo was just the length of their drives. And when you look, when they played Penn State, time of possession was up near 43 minutes for this group. And you look at it tonight, some of their drive length times, 9 minutes and 25 seconds. You look at another one, then it starts to get short. Then it goes down to 2:18 and 2:10. Not in their wheelhouse, not really their norm. And that's going to have to change, because you think you're not going to be able to get back. You know, you're down 3 TDs with long drives and be able to come back in this game. So they're going to have to find some quick strike offense.
Yeah, not quite to the same extent as your Armies and your Navies, where they want to just grind and grind and grind with the ball. Myers can throw some dimes, and he's absolutely been putting some balls on the mark. But to your point, they're going to have to get away from the 8-9 minute drives, especially if Liberty keeps putting points on the scoreboard.
Matt Myers has been given the keys to the car, guy. Des, you look at this guy, a young man, run-shirt freshman, a hometown guy, a lot of pressure on him to do well, but it looks like he has the tools to be a pretty special quarterback.
He certainly has the tools. I mean, the one thing about him is he seems to have remained really cool in the pocket. He hasn't, like there as you see, he got the ball off on the screen just before he took a hit. You know, he's been really cool in the pocket. He's able to throw the ball down the field really nice. He's got a nice deep ball. He's also able to run a little bit, which has definitely helped him out here in this first half.
All right, Kamari, Jesse Lemonnier, this guy, dark horse for the draft next year, next year. Is this a guy that can play on Sundays?
I think Jesse Lemonnier can play on Sundays. Now, if he goes to the next level, his position might change a little bit, but he is disrupting everything Buffalo's trying to do in the backfield. You can see there he's walking the left tackle back to the quarterback, puts him on skates. Jesse Lemonnier has had a great game to this point. I predict that he will, or I'm assuming he's going to continue to have a great game moving forward because he's just disrupting everything. I mean, he's everywhere on the field right now.
Yeah, 1 sack for Lemonnier so far on the day. When we come back, we'll update the stats for you and take a look around the league.
Rookie.
I have 3 kids. I work from home. We are all on the internet at the same time.
While Adaska chose Fios.
My kids are doing homework or they're streaming videos upstairs, downstairs. How's homework going? You need help? My middle son, he likes to create videos and post them online. And while he's doing that, I'm on video chat with the client so that, mama can make some money.
Our best internet is even better at our best price. Switch now and get our fastest speeds and a $200 Visa prepaid card only on Fios.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
It's all about the youth. Love that pick.
So whenever you see another fan...
Not so fast, my friends.
We got you, Coach.
Join Coach Corso and share a Coke.
Now that's a great pick.
Your friends, seat belts back on, yeah, strap them in. Look at me, everybody, I'm smiling big.
It's hard to believe that a place called Paradise could now look like this.
All but 3 players lost their homes.
When a town has gone through what this town has, why does a game still matter?
Because Paradise is a football town.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Lynchburg. Once again, the Flames up 28-7. Time to take a look at our Carter Bank & Trust first half stats. And Des, the real thing that makes you wonder here, 8 yards rushing for the Flames. Basically, you walked farther to the bathroom before the show. So you've got more yards on the night than the Flames running backs here.
Yeah, I mean, Frankie's going to have to step his game up here if he wants to outrush me. But You know, I think the reason why they're having 8 yards here in the first half is because they've been in such a rhythm passing the football. They've had a lot of focus on passing the football here. I expect to see the rushing yards go up significantly in the second half, especially as they're trying to run a little bit of clock and protect that lead.
Once again, as we look here at the first half stats presented by Carter Bank and Trust, we look at the penalties. It's been a killer so far for the Bulls.
Yeah, penalties are hidden yards, and the Bulls have 2 personal fouls and unsportsmanlike conduct. They're getting a little chippy out there, and they know they're down and have to step it up to get this back.
Second half coming up. We'll be back.
Rookie.
We are sisters.
And we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much.
A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
It's all about the you. Love that pick.
So whenever you see another fan...
Not so fast, my friends.
We got you, Coach.
Join Coach Corso and share a Coke.
Now that's a great pick.
The Home Depot is making it easy to turn your imagination into the perfect color to transform your room with the Project Color app. Get a colorful new experience and everything you'll need to paint something great at your destination for the best brands, the Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
I mean, if you haven't thought about switching to Geico, frankly, you're missing out.
Your marshmallows.
The mobile app makes it easy to manage your policy. Even follow... Whoa, 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 whoa! My bad.
Geico. Whether your gang is soft, crunchy, or straight up locos, get a party pack delivered for your next get-together. Taco Bell Party Packs. Get the goods delivered on TacoBell.com.
About set to get the second half underway. Liberty leading Buffalo 28-7, and a bit of a surprise the way this Liberty offense has clicked in the first half. And Joe, you and I talked a little bit during the break. Liberty with this lead. Now you head into the second half. Do you change anything offensively? Do you adjust anything? Basically knowing now you've got a 3-score lead to play with, what do you do differently, if anything?
The answer to that is simple. One foot on the gas, the other foot on the horn. Full steam ahead, baby.
Have you ever actually done that?
I mean, one foot on the gas, the other foot on the horn. You should not slow down whatsoever. Keep coming after him. Keep trying to build that lead. Play what you've been successful with.
Seems like a good way to pull a hammy, if you ask me, as this kick will be taken down at the 2-yard line. Ending near side, hit and dropped right around the 20. And that's where the Bulls will begin this first drive of the second half. First half, Matt Myers, 8 of 14, 94 yards and 1 score.
I still think you're going to see Myers and Buffalo do what they do, run the football, because the reason being is that they have the capability. He throws such a good downfield ball that they have the capability of making those explosive plays, so they don't want to give up on the run and then continue to take those shots downfield where you can score points quickly.
Hands off in near side, trying to get the edge is Patterson, and he's able to pick up a handful of yards there on first down. Patterson didn't really get going in the first half. 33 yards rushing, 3.7 yards a carry. It was Marks who was more successful. He had 77 yards on the ground for the Bulls.
Yeah, 126 yards rushing in the first half, so the rushing yards are there. They just haven't quite shown up on the scoreboard yet.
Well, they've gotten into Flames territory a number of times here tonight, just haven't been able to cash in. The 2 missed field goals certainly a part of that. Myers looking downfield, taking a shot far side, and he overshoots his intended receiver, Antonio Nunn. Good coverage by Bajor Wilson. Flames leader there in that cornerbacks group. He has a couple interceptions already on the young season. And he was running stride for stride with Nunn.
Yeah, Nunn can run, and to see Bajor Wilson stay right in his hip pocket there, hip to hip with him, is very positive for his confidence. As they're going to attack him, they're going to continue to attack downfield against our corners.
So right away, you get a big third down here, 3rd and 6. Myers, pocket collapsing, he's flushed. Tries to find his running back, who drops it. That was Patterson, who couldn't hang on. Myers takes a shot at the end of the play as Lemonnier knocks him to the turf.
This is where things start getting a tad bit on that frustration level for Buffalo. They were able to move the ball down close to the red zone right before half and not get any points out of that with the missed field goal. And then they get the ball immediately. You're thinking, hey, we get the ball immediately back to start the second half, and it's a 3 and out. So it's going to be a little bit frustrating.
Now you get Kyle Van Treese back out there to punt. Remember, his last one just 14 yards. See if he can find more success here. Gets his left foot into it. That's a little better than the last one. Still not great, as it will take a Buffalo roll and check up right around the 45-yard line or so of the Flames. So Liberty will get really good field position for their first offensive possession of the second half. And boy, did this offense ever click. At least the passing offense. You heard Rhett and the gang talk about it at the half, just 8 yards rushing. And if I told you, Joe, before the game, hey, you're only going to have 8 yards rushing at half, what kind of situation you think Liberty's going to be in, you probably wouldn't say, oh yeah, up 3 scores. But the passing game really found a new level.
Yeah, we said in the opening is Liberty needs to find their identity. Well, they clearly found their identity, and that's through the air.
Nixon, little hesitation, now lunges forward for 3 or 4 on first down.
I like the fact that Liberty gets a 3 and out, and they come right back, and they're on the ball. Quick run for 3 yards up the middle, but they're on the ball, and they're trying to get a little bit of tempo going.
Second and 7 for the Flames. Yeah, they're going to take their time, play clock, run it down. And you talked about keep the foot on the gas. We'll see. Maybe they'll still get back to that here, but at least on this first possession, taking their time. Albert swings it out. TJ Stubbs makes the catch, stiff arm, and he is slung out of bounds, and they're going to get a flag. They're going to get Tyrone Hill, I'm guessing, for a little unnecessary roughness here.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that call.
I don't
he
either.
was trying to get him out.
Right on the sideline.
No foul for a face mask.
Okay, so a face mask they were looking at. As you get a look there.
He's in bounds.
Yeah, and they had him around the jersey. So they make the right call. Maybe the question was, I know Stubbs had the hand up in the face mask there of Hill, but as it is, it'll bring up 3rd and 4 after all of that.
Can the Bulls make their own 3rd down stop in the first possession for them defensively in the second half?
All right on midfield.
Free play.
Free play. Calvert gonna just fire it deep, looking for Gandy Gold, and he's not able able to bring it in, but the Flames will get the first down regardless.
A good savvy by Buckshot. He sees the three.
Defense number 41, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Sees the free play and just takes a shot downfield.
Boy, penalties have been an issue for Buffalo tonight. We've had 7 penalties now going against the Bulls, and there have been some costly ones. This one moves the chains. They've had a couple that have really derailed drives offensively for them as well. 3 wide receivers set, Hickson in the backfield. They give it to him. A little stutter step and a flag comes in. That's kind of in that area of holding. We'll see if this one goes against the home team.
Holding, offense, number 65, 10-yard penalty, first down.
The center, Thomas Sargent, called for the hold there. So that'll back Liberty up. Just their second penalty on the evening.
Liberty's offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of rushing yards, but where they've done a good job is in their pass protection. And I think Coach Freeze has dialed up some more heavy pass protection where he's able to keep tight ends in and protect Buckshot and make him comfortable back in the pocket.
Josh Mack in there running back. Don't believe we've seen him yet tonight. Calvert looking to his right, slinging it a little too wide there as he was looking for Stubbs. And boy, he had a receiver wide open down the field. I think that's Shaw up there at the top of the field. No, that may be Gandy Golden up there. They had just come completely free. Now look at AGG behind him. That's 6. If he takes a look out there.
He pre-read that, knew he was going to throw the out.
Hand off, coming near side, some room to rumble. Here comes Josh Mack, lowers the shoulder, and it looks like he has enough for a Flames first down.
There's Josh Mack. Finally showing up and had that rough start against Syracuse where he had the fumble. Good to see him getting involved in the offense.
This is a kid, 2017, led all of FCS in rush yards per game. Went for over 130 yards in contest for Maine. Didn't transfer here to Liberty. Had to sit out last year because of that. And they're working him into the offense here in 2019. He's got some great spectacles as well. What was it? Eric Dickerson used to wear goggles like that.
Like that. Respect the specs.
There you go. So it is a first down for Liberty. Mack remains in the game. Swinging out this time, Yandy Golden, little hesitation, a flag comes in as Yandy Golden is shoved out of bounds for about a 6-yard pickup. Yeah, with Zach Fouts out there trying to block for AGG.
Block all the way against the offense, number 40, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So Fouts. That block down around the knees, trying to free up his receiver. And once again, the Flames with a big penalty on first down.
You know, I know you're allowed to chop block downfield as a receiver, but I believe what the ref's calling right there is you're not allowed to come from inside out. I think that's what they got Fouts on.
So first and 25 now for Liberty. Take a look at the penalty situation. Hasn't been exactly what you call a clean game. Josh Mack remains in the backfield to the left of Calvert.
Kevin Shaw singled up down here.
Bulls trying to bring some pressure. Calvert gets time, looking deep, and it'll fall incomplete. He was trying to connect with Damian King downfield at one-on-one coverage, but the coverage was good. That's Devin Russell.
Yeah, real good coverage right there. Bulls playing 2-man across the board. 2 deep safeties. So was able to stick with them. Don't panic, stay in his hip pocket. Good coverage. But I like the fact that Buckshot continued to take shots downfield.
Gonna fire this one to his tight end, Fouts. He snags it, able to pick up 7 or 8 there.
Yeah,
bring up third and a little more manageable.
You start looking at a 3rd and 14, 15 roughly. You're in that 39-yard line. Could this be pick up half here, 2 down, or potentially get in field goal range? And just see what Hugh Freeze and Ken Austin dial up here on 3rd and long.
9 different receivers now Buckshot has connected with tonight, as he has spread the wealth. Here comes the pressure, and he's dropped from behind. The pressure came, Malcolm Kuntz off the edge, and he picks up his 2nd sack of the season.
Yeah, Malcolm Kuntz just ran right around the tight end. So you see what Hugh Freeze is trying to do. They're trying to leave an extra blocker in their Fouts as a tight end to be able to max protect, but you got to block somebody, and he's able to get around the corner and get to the quarterback. So the concept is great, but you got to match up and do the job.
Yeah, Fouts barely got a hand on him. Kuntz, the junior, Peekskill, New York, and he'll put the Flames in a punting situation now. Aiden Alvis in there to kick it away. High, short punt. Fair catch called for and taken at the 19. And that'll get us to a timeout. Offenses scuffling a bit here early in the 2nd half. Flames still on top, 28-7.
Whether your gang is soft, crunchy, or straight up locos, get a party pack delivered for your next get-together. Taco Bell Party Packs. Get the goods delivered on TacoBell.com.
Discover card? Hi, do you have a travel card? We do. The Discover It Miles card. Earn unlimited 1.5 miles on every purchase. Plus, we'll match your miles at the end of your first year. You'll match my miles? Yeah. Mile for mile. And no blackout dates or annual fee. Nice. I was thinking about taking a scuba diving trip. I love that. Or maybe go surfing. Or not. Okay, maybe somewhere else. Maybe a petting zoo. Can't go wrong. Can't get eaten.
Earn miles. We'll match them at the end of your first year. Plus, no annual fee or blackouts. The Discover It Miles card.
Dodgers, Mets, Sunday Night Baseball. Tonight on ESPN.
I got a gig as a counselor at a summer camp. They're opening up a couple of hours from here. You guys should all come.
One of the patients broke out.
Who?
Mr. Jingles.
It's gonna be a non-stop party.
The cops are gonna find him, right? Look out!
I know he's coming here. Camp Redwood will open as scheduled.
We're all gonna die.
AHS 1984 premieres Wednesday at 10 on FX.
Welcome back to Williams Stadium as Buffalo takes on Liberty. They'll take the football again once more. Now, here's the thing. For Buffalo's offense, we saw it against Penn State. They had nearly double the time of possession at 42 minutes. They also had nearly double the plays at 90 to the Nittany Lions 46. We're seeing a lot of that here again this evening. Nearly 20 minutes to Liberty's 10, but the Flames have made the most of that small time that they've had on the field. And for Leipold's Buffalo club, they're going to have to see how they can respond to that and start turning around just a really rare situation when it comes to having all these plays, having all this time, and not being able to make anything of it, guys.
Yeah, a lot falls on your young quarterback, Matt Myers here. And the later we get into this ball game, the more they may have to change at least a little bit the way they approach things, pick up the pace a bit. They start things off with a nice first down run here by Jarrett Patterson. Seeing them hustle back to the line. Myers is 8 of 16 now tonight. Just 94 yards. The Flames really have done a good job, Joe, of taking away many good looks down the field. A lot of those receptions have been kind of dinking and dunking. They haven't allowed the big play.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what they try to do here offensively. They stick to the game plan. Looks like that's what they're doing.
Patterson picks up the first down, carrying folks an extra 3 or 4 yards as Brandon Tillman, one of the guys in there on the tackle, and he got a little bit of a ride.
Yeah, you really like to see when a team's down which guys are really competing hard. And you look at Patterson, center of his gravity is low to the ground and being able to grind out those extra yards.
Slant to none, caught for about 6. Good job wrapping him up and getting him to the ground as Keitrell Clark. Clark has done really well tonight. We've seen a lot of the freshmen, true freshmen out of Richmond. You know the staff likes him a lot, but he has really played well going up against Buffalo's top receiver for much of the night.
Yeah, like you said, man, that's
and
a tall order.
Yep. And, yeah, no doubt. None went off last week against Penn State.
Like you said, by LU's coaching staff, shows a great deal of confidence.
Patterson takes it again, able to spin forward, and they'll move the chains. We told you earlier, Jarrett, twin brother of James, the linebacker, and their story, an interesting one, as James, the highly recruited linebacker, certainly much more recruited, and finally kind of told teams, listen, if you want me, you need to take my brother as well. And a lot of teams kind of balked at that. But they found a home in Buffalo, and boy, has Jarrett ever really burst onto the scene. Great article about that by Rachel Lindsay, Buffalo newspaper writer, that has a great article on the brothers and their relationships. There's a look at the two. James a little bit bigger than his brother, and they said, you know, he got his first offer, James did, and the article said, you know, all of a sudden he's looking around for his brother. Jarrett couldn't find him. He was in the bathroom crying because he felt like my offer's never going to come. Nobody's, you know, looking at me and thinking I can be a FBS level player. Finally, Buffalo got him on campus, and really even at that point didn't expect a ton out of Jarrett. Next thing you know, he's MAC Freshman of the Year, goes over 1,000 yards, and you can see not only just the skill level, but the toughness that kid possesses. Here's a shot, looking for none. Coverage, a little too good. Flag comes in. That was actually Daniel Lee, the intended receiver, and the freshman gets caught that time, a little too physical.
I'd like to see this on replay. If that was pass interference, looked like maybe just a little bit of jostling going on.
Pass interference, defense, number 23, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Little hand fighting, not a ton of contact, but maybe a grab of the jersey there as well.
Him. Left hand on the jersey, he's able to grab and tug at him, so I think that's what they got him with. Not a bad call.
So now this Buffalo offense in Flames territory and moving. Got to take advantage of this and get points on the board if you're the Bulls. Handoff coming near side. Look at Patterson reverse his field. Picks up a block from his quarterback. All of that and a big lick at the end of it by Jimmy Fox. A lot of running for basically no gain there by Jared Patterson. That was an exciting half yard.
Patterson bounce in there, bounce back over, and then
we'll get a timeout on the field. Injured player. We'll check in on him when we come back. Flames lead it 28.
Rookie.
We are sisters, and we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much. A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet. I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome. A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
Discover card? Hi, do you have a travel card? We do. The Discover It Miles card. Earn unlimited 1.5 miles on every purchase. Plus, we'll match your miles at the end of your first year. You'll match my miles? Yeah, mile for mile. And no blackout dates or annual fee.
Nice. I was thinking about taking a scuba diving trip.
I love that.
Or maybe go surfing. Or not.
Okay, maybe somewhere else.
Maybe a petting zoo.
Can't go wrong.
Can't get eaten.
Earn miles. We'll match them at the end of your first year. Plus, no annual fee or blackouts. The Discover It Miles card.
friends.
Jesse Lemonnier, the Flames all-everything defensive end, was the guy down on the field. He was able to walk off under his own power. And he's getting a quick break over there, perhaps a cramp, it looked like. And he's had himself a nice night, 5 tackles, a sack as well. As he really is the leader of that defensive line for the Flames. Jesse, his older brother, Corey, was an all-SEC linebacker at Auburn, 3rd-round draft pick of the Niners back in 2013. And Lemonnier, a senior, is off to a great start. This is his final season with the Flames.
Yeah, when you have a guy that can rush the passer like that, especially in 3rd long situations where he's able to pin back his ears and just get after the quarterback, that's a game changer for the defense.
2nd and 10. Here comes pressure off the backside. He stands in there, delivers it deep to the end zone, and it is knocked free. Jimmy Fox able to pry it loose. Take that, Seneca Espinoza that came over to knock it free. Boy, Myers hung in there till the last second as he was about to get drilled.
Yeah, he had a corner blitz right here. The back didn't see him and wasn't able to pick it up. He came in late.
That was Fox that delivered the hit. And that was Dylan McDuffie who almost snagged that one.
Great defensive play. Put your hand right between the arms and then rip at the ball. Outstanding job being able to get that ball out, saving a touchdown.
3rd and 10. Here comes the quarterback draw, and there's room. Diving forward for the 1st down is Matt Myers.
Yeah, I talked about Myers' ability to run the football. It's the old saying, when you least expect it, and that's exactly what they did right there on a 3rd and 10, hitting the Flames with a quarterback draw. Nice call.
Hasn't run a lot tonight, but he's been effective when he's chosen to. Myers now stands in the pocket, slings one up and over his intended receiver, looking for Dominic Johnson, and we're going to get a flag. Maybe a hold there going against Buffalo.
I think there's 2 calls on this, Matt.
So the fellas in stripes going to get together, try to sort this one out.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding, offense, number 73. Holding, defense, number 8. Those penalties offset. Replay the down. 1st down.
2 penalties, we give you 2 looks at the official. That's how we do it. As those will offset.
Let's do it again. And he's starting to feel in the air a little bit as the sun sets and darkness coming in. This is a critical point of the game for Buffalo.
You paint a beautiful picture, Joe.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Myers in trouble. Hit and dropped. Jesse Lemonnier, feeling just fine, picks up his 2nd sack of the night.
I mean, Matt, Jesse Lemonnier has given you multiple opportunities for your favorite line, and I can't believe you haven't gone to it.
Lemonnier, s'il vous plaît.
I mean, come on. I mean, he's put it on a platter
in
for
the
you.
moment, it just hasn't felt right.
I mean, sometimes you just got to pull the trigger.
Lemonnier getting free, and Myers trying to get loose there. Couldn't quite do it. 2nd and 19 now. Handoff coming near side, and a short pickup for Marks. Jesse Lemonnier there again.
Jesse Lemonnier is playing football.
All over the field.
He's playing, rushing the quarterback, getting after him, getting on the ground. Played the tight end right there, shot his hands up on the inside, shed the block, come off to make the tackle. That's a football player right there.
Well, the defensive line coach for Liberty, Josh Aldridge, says he's never been around a guy with a motor like Jesse Lemonnier. The way he just keeps on coming at you, and we're getting a taste of that here.
And that's infectious to the rest of the defense.
3rd and 17. Bulls need to get a chunk of that back on this play. Pressure again, setting up the screen. The Flames cover it up. Brandon Tillman there to make the tackle. You will remember the Syracuse
That's exactly
game.
what I was thinking, Matt.
The Orange just destroyed Liberty in the screen game. Flames have made an adjustment.
Flames have made an adjustment, be able to get the outside linebackers, be able to read the screen, get around the offensive lineman, and attack it before it ever has a chance to get started.
So another field goal opportunity. Alex McNulty 0 for 2 so far tonight. This one from 45. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and this one is pure. McNulty splits the uprights, and the Bulls get 3. It's not what they wanted, but they'll take it as they trail Liberty 28-10 late in the third quarter.
Rookie.
We are sisters, and we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much. A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
Businesses keep our world running, and Cintas keeps them running by helping them make sure workers are well equipped and companies are well prepared. Supplies are delivered and stocked. Facilities are clean and ready. Every day, over 1 million businesses depend on Cintas. Get Cintas and get ready for the workday.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
Geico makes it easy to get help when I need it. With licensed agents available 24/7, it's not just easy. It's having Jerome Bettis on your flag football team easy. Go get him, Bus!
Geico. Licensed agents available 24/7.
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
Look at Spirit of the Mountain, the Liberty Band, as they have had a lot of reason to play tonight. Remember that first game in Syracuse, everybody all hyped up. Liberty gets shut out.
No love for the band.
Not a lot of love for the band in that game.
The band is back.
They are back, and Liberty, this offense appears to be back tonight. Leading at 28-10. Still a ways to go, though, in this ball game as the Flames are set to get it back. Shadro Lewis deep, along with Frankie Hickson.
Shadro Lewis had an opportunity, had some kick returns. Haven't been able to kick it in the end zone. See if they get a chance here to take one back and get good field position.
Nope. This one will go over his head. Flames will get it at the 25. Buckshot Calvert makes his way back onto the field. Calvert's night, 16 of 21. 218 yards in those 3 touchdowns. Calvert now up to 69 touchdown passes in his career. Every touchdown he throws is a new Liberty record.
Nice. Yeah, you got to really like what Buckshot. He's faced a lot of criticism, but you know what you really like is what Coach Hugh Freeze and offensive coordinator Ken Austin are doing, and that is they made a commitment to protect Buckshot first, and he's been able to sit in the pocket. He has the arm strength, he has the ability, he has the weapons around him at receiver, so protect him and allow him to make the throws, and that's made a big difference today.
Calvert with the handoff, running up the middle is Frankie Hickson. Frankie hasn't really been able to get loose tonight. He had that big game a week ago against Louisiana. Went for 133 yards in that contest. So far tonight, 9 carries, about 18 yards.
Yeah, it is interesting to see what is Liberty going to try to do right now. Will they try to grind it out and get some first downs using the rushing game, or do they just want to keep throwing the ball and spread it around and keep the pedal to the metal?
Pulls it out, slings it near side. Kevin Shaw, little stutter step, and is able to pick up the first down.
Kevin Shaw, promising receiver. He's shown a lot of potential, and today's he started to display some of that potential, catching the horizontal bubble screen and be able to break a tackle and score a touchdown, and have gotten him more involved in the offense. So it's good to see him having some success.
Well, Shaw trying to get some bragging rights too. Safety Joey Banks from Buffalo. Those two guys played together in junior college ball at City College of San Francisco. Calvert slings that one and throwing to Shaw again, and was able to make the catch. Yes.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw. They tried to give Buckshot a cover 3 look where the corner was going to bail out, but then they moved him up into a cover 2 look, and he was almost able to jump that. That could have been a potential pick 6 the other way. They got away with one right there, but Kevin Shaw be able to make the catch and move pick up 7 yards on that play, put him into a 2nd and 3.
Shaw now 5 receptions, 67 yards. He has really been a weapon and a target that Buckshot Calvert's looked too often tonight. Calvert with the handoff. Not much running room as Hickson tackled around the line of scrimmage. Bring up 3rd, about 4. Clock runs. Get late stages of this 3rd quarter. Liberty did all of their scoring in the first half. It was the 21 second quarter points. They kind of exploded here.
I'd like to see the wide side rollout right here. They did this early in the game on I believe a 2nd or 3rd down, and Buckshot rolled this way and threw a quick out. Perfect chance to do it right here.
3 receivers to his left. He pulls it out. Looks for the one-on-one matchup down the field and overshot Gandy Golden.
I mean, that's a matchup they like, but I'd say right there, Matt, is that the play that Gandy Gold made earlier in the game where he threw it to the back shoulder, he's pressed right there, throw it to his back shoulder, allow him to come out. Don't overthrow it. Give him a chance to come back and make the play.
Well, to that point, you're talking about a 6'4" Gandy Golden working on a 5'9" Devin Russell. You want to give him a chance to go up and get it.
That's not a, when you throw that ball and you throw it to his back shoulder, that's not a 50-50 ball. That's a 70-30 ball for Gandy Golden.
So the Flames will be forced to punt it away. Aiden Alva's in there. Alvis gets it away. It's a pretty good one. It's spiraling down. It will land at the 2, take a big hop, and it will roll into the end zone. So not quite able to check it up there down inside the 5. And Buffalo will take it out at the 20.
Aiden Alvis is an improved punter.
He has improved certainly over a year ago. Matt Myers, they're hoping Buffalo, he is the quarterback that can lead them for years to come. And these are kind of those games where maybe you learn something about a guy. I know Lance Leipold said in the Penn State game he felt like Myers grew up a little bit. He made some strides even though he struggled some. This is another opportunity to kind of show some leadership as a young guy and start bringing your team back.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about Matt Myers now, because now 49 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, down 18. You're going to have to start throwing the football.
He's going to do it here on 1st down, taking a shot. He had none down the field, and it's knocked free. Dabney able to knock it free. Emmanuel Dabney looked like he may have been beat, and if that throw wasn't a little bit underthrown, he might have been.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Nunn had him by a couple of yards, but once again, that's good coaching right there by the Liberty corners coach to be able to say, listen, if a guy gets by you, don't look back. Just take your eyes, put him to his hip, sprint to the hip, capture the hip, and then rip your hands through. Good, solid play.
2nd and 10 now for the Bulls. Time in the pocket, it's running out, now flushed. Little sidearm throw, and now it's Dylan McDuffie unable to snag it. Myers showing you that mobility, that escapability again, but you worry a little bit when you make that throw across your body. It was behind the receiver, and those are the passes that oftentimes end up in the wrong hands.
That's exactly right. 3rd and 10, this is Jesse Lemonnier time. You're going to watch Liberty. They're going to bring 4. They're going to drop 7 guys and try to get to the quarterback with a hard rush by Lemonnier. It's like they're going to try to double team him now. Twist.
Sling it to the far sideline, and that's over everything. That is a tough throw, trying to force it to Nunn, and he sailed it. The Bulls will go 3 and out.
Yeah, and you can.
Brings up a punting situation. We told you about their punter, Evan Finnegan. Ray Guy, watch list punter. Really good punter that broke his leg a week ago at Penn State. He didn't end up getting to leave Penn State for a few days. He was there in the hospital with such a horrible fracture. Finally was able to come back and see his team on Wednesday, and you see the fellas getting to talk to him. No doubt good for his teammates to see him, but now Kyle Van Treese has the job of basically trying to become a punter on the fly. Pretty good kick there as fair catch called for and taken at the 45-yard line by DJ Stubbs.
Yeah, I wish that young man the best in a speedy recovery. That's a vicious injury, and you hate to see that.
You wonder though, I mean, you think about Buffalo, do you have some opportunities as the season progresses for a little trickery? You got your backup quarterback as a punter. You got another guy who was in the battle for the quarterback spot, Dominic Johnson, who's the holder now. It gives you, I mean, certainly you'd rather have your great guy, you know, watch list kid out there punting, but you try to make the best of the situation, and maybe it gives you some opportunities for something fun here later in the year.
Maybe in the fourth quarter we might see that trickery.
Should be. Up and go. He's looking downfield for Gandy Golden. He snaps it with his fingertips, carries defenders inside the 5 to the house. He would not be denied. That is a grown man.
Couldn't have said it any better, Matt. Gandy Goldman not only made a fingertip grab, just like you said, he was not going to be denied until he crossed that goal line. That'll get some NFL scouts' attention.
You will see that play shown when he is drafted this April. Extra point up and good. That was just sheer will and a whole lot of strength. They got him across the goal line. Unbelievable. 55-yard touchdown to Gandy Golden. He's now gone 7 catches, 154 yards, couple of TDs, and is proving once again why people consider him one of the best receivers in the nation.
And it's great to see Buckshot connect on a deep ball. Gandy Golden made a great play there, but we've had 4 or 5 of those throws that just been too few yards beyond their reach, and to see him hit that shot was a good. This has been a confidence builder for Buckshot, as the Buckshot is back.
And that was a good catch. Gandy Golden, I mean, that
was a finger
He
tipper.
had barely snagged that, then kind of regathered, and then
and here's the
throw
thing.
off that strength.
Here's the thing too, Matt, is you tell receivers you don't want to put your arms out until the very last second. You see receivers running down the field with their arms. You're not running a 40-yard dash. You don't run them with your arms standing out. You want to sprint as hard as you can, and then at the last second, just put those hands out there to make that fingertip grab.
What a night for AGG. What a career he's had.
Look at him working his hair.
The Liberty uniform. He's got
great hair.
Great hair to boot. I mean, what
and he's
that
working
guy
it
do?
in game. He's working it out.
That ball checks up in the 1. Bulls gonna have to return this thing, and they are not gonna get great field position. And he has Tito Overton on the return, and things going from bad to worse here for Buffalo with 8 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Well, for folks that watched Liberty's first 2 ball games, I think they're about as stunned as anybody else here in the stadium is at just how different this offense has looked. And we've mentioned it, I know it's probably feels like a little bit of a broken record here tonight, but I'm telling you, those last 2 games for the Flames, this is not the same offense that we saw.
Play a game. Offense,
That's not what you want either, a delay of game coming on the field after a kick return. It's penalties continue to rack up, 8 of them now going against the Bulls this evening. And that look, Lance Leipold about says it all. He is not a happy guy there on that sideline.
Yeah, it's going from bad to worse right now. But if there's ever time for the Bulls to put together a drive to give themselves any shot whatsoever, now's the time.
Hands off. Not much running room. And that will get us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Antonio Gandy Golden just showing off here. 55-yard score. And that is one strong dude.
sisters, and we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much. A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
Could you email me the part about Geico, making it easy to switch and save hundreds?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You don't know my name, do you?
I just get you mixed up with the other guy. What's his name? What's your name?
Switch to Geico.
Hey, Dad.
Whoa.
Want to play?
Okay, I'm gonna go up here, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Watch out for that guy. Watch out.
Oh, see? You got it!
Good, right?
For your favorite player too, Nintendo Switch.
We take thousands of pictures with automatic cameras looking for small leopards. With Microsoft AI, we can analyze these images in 10 minutes instead of 10 days, so we have more time to find and protect them.
This is Echo Power. Half-second haircut power. King of the jungle power. Chew 'em up and spit 'em out power. Long on grass, short on time, spin, reaper, photosynthesize at your own risk power. Hungry, hungry herd of buffalo power. This is Echo Power. Echo. Power on and on.
Are you ready for Monday night?
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
Dodgers, Mets, Sunday Night Baseball, tonight on ESPN.
AGG has the Flames up 35-10 as we're about to enter the fourth quarter. And one thing we can take a look at here is third down conversion. You look at the first two games, Flames, a total of 5 for 27. Not too good.
Yeah, not real pretty at all.
Right.
18%, I think.
And 18.5 to be exact.
Oh, yeah, let's make sure we get that. But tonight, 40%, super impressive.
Yeah.
We've doubled what the third down conversion rate was.
And Matt does a lot of situations tonight as well where they haven't even had to worry about third downs. They're getting it down on first and second, getting chunks of yardage.
Which is huge here for the Flames. I mean, they haven't necessarily had a great run game here today, but they've had quick passes to get 5-6 yards here on first down, which has led to them not having as many third downs.
Well, I am hyped up about the fourth quarter, but I don't know if I'm as hyped up as Joe Yock was last night at the UNC Wake Forest game. Check out the moves here. It's the Yock emotion.
It's the Yock emotion.
I don't know, cement hips, whatever you want to call them, but you turned into a bit of a sensation last night, Joe.
I mean, his hips like a paint mixer right there.
That's it.
I mean, look at those. I mean, that's just smoothness defined. Look at that move right there.
Yeah.
Woo!
See, here's my thing,
feel it.
Joe.
I've
I've watched this a number of times, obviously. I don't know if there's ever been a song written that actually syncs up with those dance moves. Like, I don't know, what song was that?
Mac Brown danced in the locker room for the Tar Heels after South Carolina. He said he's never dancing again. And so, you know, somebody's got to carry on. As he used to say to us, you got to hold the rope.
Yeah.
Right. So so that's what I'm doing for you, Coach. I'm holding the rope with your dance moves.
Your wife probably thinks something else you can do with that rope after embarrassing her on national television like that.
She texted me, Joey. She calls me Joey.
Yeah.
Joey, please stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicely done. You've gotten a lot of internet love for that, Joe. I don't know if I'm proud or embarrassed or what, but
proud of me. We're just watching Tar Heels have a little fun. We enjoyed it.
That was a nice completion there to Antonio Nunn a moment ago, 27 yards, his biggest chunk of the night. Now Myers has some room to run. He'll do so. And nice tackle in the open field by Seneca Espinoza as that picks up what looks to be another first down for Buffalo.
Yeah, you start playing man coverage right there. You're able to run everybody off. Linebackers get out of the way and opens up a big hole right down the pipe.
Taking a shot down the middle of the field and overshooting his intended receiver.
I'll tell you what, Matt, what I've really been impressed with tonight is Liberty's corners and their downfield coverage. Even when the Bulls receivers have been able to get behind them, they've had great makeup speed and have been there to make plays, because the Bulls have taken, Myers has taken a lot of shots downfield with not a ton of success.
Yeah, and Myers now just 11 of 24 on the night, so not nearly as efficient as they were hoping for coming in. Second down. Again, has some time in the pocket and fired wise. We're going to get a flag comes in. Looks like they may have got Dejor Wilson as he was trying to defend Marlon Johnson there.
Holding defense number 20, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, you saw the end there. I think he had a hold of him a little bit earlier in the route. So the Flames senior defensive back gets flagged.
Flames coming out on this drive and playing a lot of man-to-man. Good mix-up by Scott Simons. Has hit him with some zones, brought some different type of blitz pressures from the outside linebackers, safeties, corners. Had a great mix-up in his call defensively tonight.
Myers, look out. Jesse Lemonnier. What a night. Third sack of the night for Lemonnier.
And there's a great point of the mix-up right there. He's gone man-to-man. Simons has gone man-to-man the last two downs. He mixed up with the zone and confuses the quarterback and allows Lemonnier to make a great sack.
Masters sideline. Reception made by Dylan McDuffie. He's quickly dropped. As Amari Jenkins there to make the tackle. I'll tell you what, between the two number 11s for Liberty, those guys, they may have a little debate on who's had a more impressive night. Antonio Gandy Gold or Jesse Lemonnier. Third and 11. Lemonnier again. Nearly got him. Myers gets free now and is able to pick up 5 or 6 yards with his feet, but boy, he's going to have nightmares about Jesse Lemonnier tonight. He has been all over him.
Lemonier's hair is on a little swim move right there. High shoulder swim move right there. He is all over the field tonight.
4th and 7. You have to go if you're the Bulls. They are. They leave the offense on the field and have a 4-wide receiver set now. Myers across the middle, dropped. Good coverage by Elijah Benton as he tried to find Dylan McDuffie, and the Flames will get the football back. Big stop for that defense.
Yeah,
This defense has really stepped up. The offense will get a lot of the headlines, but this Liberty defense has gotten the job done. They lead at 35-10 with
rookie.
We are sisters, and we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much. A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
It's all about the you. Love that pick.
So whenever you see another fan...
Not so fast, my friends.
We got you, Coach.
Join Coach Corso and share a Coke.
Now that's a great pick.
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
I mean, if you haven't thought about switching to Geico, frankly, you're missing out.
Your marshmallows.
The mobile app makes it easy to manage your policy. Even follow... Whoa, 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 whoa! My bad.
Geico.
Well, there's a look at the success this Liberty defense has had tonight compared to last week on the road in Louisiana. Remember, though, in their opener against Syracuse, the defense played awfully well. We gave them a lot of props after that game. They held Syracuse to just 24 points on the night and struggled. Certainly in Louisiana, injuries were part of that. You're trying to figure out early in the season, what's the real story? What is this defense? Maybe you're getting a little bit more of a look here this evening with the way they played against Buffalo.
Right, no question. Liberty's defense has given a lot of different looks, a lot of different man-to-man, zone, blitz pressures, so on and so forth.
Josh Mack trying to break it outside. He's able to pick up a handful of yards here on first down. We've gotten a couple of looks at Josh Mack tonight. That's his second carry. He's gone for about 25, 26 yards. He's an intriguing back moving forward. It'll be interesting if he continues to kind of find a spot in this offense. A little bit bigger than Pickett and Hickson. Pretty good receiver out of the backfield as well. They give it to him again. Goes into a pile, keeps the legs moving, and picks up a couple of yards. Let's check in one more time with Melanie Newman. Melanie?
Well, guys, we talked about Ladarius Mack earlier this evening. Normally, he wears 52, which is the same number his brother Khalil wore. However, tonight might be more special than those family ties. 41 is across his jersey this evening. Solomon Jackson passed away early, unexpectedly, after an off-season workout 2016. He wore 41. Now, for 2 seasons, one player got that number for the entire time. The last 2, they've rotated it every week. Ladarius gets 41 this afternoon to honor his fallen defensive end teammate.
Yeah, Melanie, first game Taylor Reagans wore it. Akwanowski wore it in their last game as that catch is made. Nice grab there by Chris Barrett, the tight end. We've seen the tight ends get a little bit more involved in this ball game. That's his first catch of the season. He had 1 catch last year for 12 yards. That came in the Auburn game. But again, just seeing this Flames offense spread it around.
Yep.
When Buckshot has struggled in his career, it seems to be he's kind of got tunnel vision.
That's right.
He locks in on guys. He's now connected with 10 different receivers tonight. Stands in there, fires. Stay with the hot hand. Finds Chris Barrett again, and a little extracurricular at the end of that. No flags come in. Barrett's a tight end that coaches like. They're trying to find some sort of consistency there. You've seen Johnny Huntley in there as he's transitioned from receiver to tight end.
Yeah.
And Barrett, another guy that they think is a good pass catcher for them.
And you know, in a Hugh Freeze offense, that he really likes to use a tight end. He has has coached a couple NFL tight ends, and so they want to be able to get the tight end involved in this offense, and you'll see more of that in the future.
2nd and 7. Handoff. Mack takes a little contact, falls forward for a few, and that'll bring up 3rd and about 3.
I really like seeing him getting Joshua Mack involved in the offense and getting him some carries. I think he has the opportunity to be a good complement to Frankie Hickson and Peyton Pickett, just to have 3 backs. It's hard to go through a season. Backs have a tendency to get a fair amount of injuries just from the amount of contact they take. So to get Joshua Mack involved in the offense, and he's going to be a big part of giving them an opportunity to have some success down the road as the Flames play more games.
Well, Mack, feel bad for the start he got off to in a Liberty uniform. First game against Syracuse, 2nd carry of his Liberty career. Inside the 5-yard line, fumbled it when it looked like he might go in for a score. So he's kind of trying to bounce back from that as that pass sails a little wide, intended for TJ Stubbs, and it'll bring up 4th down. Stubbs just 1 catch tonight for 2 yards. But a guy that I know you love, Joe.
Yeah,
you think
DJ
he'd be a really explosive weapon for this team.
You know what you really like is to be able to spread it around. Like I said, AGG has obviously had a great game today, but DJ Stubbs hasn't been called on a lot. But then you have a guy like Kevin Shaw who's made some really good plays. So to know that you have that level of talent out there with a bunch of different guys that can make a lot of plays is important throughout the course of a season.
Ron Cook Jr. stands back inside his own 10, awaiting this punt. Calls for the fair catch and takes it at the 11-yard line. That'll get us to a timeout. Liberty trying to close out their first win of the season. They lead at 35-10.
Rookie.
I have 3 kids. I work from home. We are all on the internet at the same time.
While Adaska chose Fios.
My kids are doing homework or they're streaming videos upstairs, downstairs. How's homework going? You need help? My middle son, he likes to create videos and post them online. And while he's doing that, I'm on video chat with the client so that, mama can make some money.
Our best internet is even better at our best price. Switch now and get our fastest speeds and a $200 Visa prepaid card, only on Fios.
Longhorn's Cookout isn't something you want to miss, because that'd mean missing our fire-grilled ribeye, sides that turn a meal into a feast, hanging with your closest friends. And missing all that would be, sad. Come in for our limited-time Longhorn Cookout with the unforgettable 18-ounce fire-grilled outlaw ribeye, Longhorn's new mixed grill, and our famous full-rack baby back ribs with steakhouse mac and cheese. That's how steak is done. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
Taco party! Taco party! Taco party! Taco party!
Which one of you ladies ordered dessert?
I did. Strawberry chocolate!
Anything goes in old El Paso.
Liberty leading 35-10 here, 8:31 to go in the ball game. Looking ahead at Liberty's schedule and what they have coming up and some of their future opponents. They play Hampton next week. They're leading Howard as we speak. Notre Dame put it on New Mexico today. That main game, that will be a homecoming game for Liberty. And how about BYU? Liberty goes out there later this year, getting one in overtime over a ranked USC squad. USC had been playing well. And so BYU perhaps getting things turned around a little bit. The Flames will go there November 9th. Kevin Marks takes the handoff, makes a man miss. Boy, I tell you what, I have been impressed with Kevin Marks tonight as he's closing in on 100 yards on the ground. Kid from Norfolk, Virginia, they call Smoke.
Smoke.
You like that? Smoke. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Remember Smoke Mizzle?
I do not.
UVA? Yeah, a few years ago. I just love the name. Smoke Mizzle.
Boy, collision out there. That may draw a flag. Yep, here it comes. As Meganson got there a little bit early.
Pass interference, defense number 19. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
So that moves the chains. Here's another look. Pretty obvious one. Is delivered a shot right in the back a little bit before the ball arrived. We need a lot of things to go right if you're Buffalo at this stage. The first being a quick score here. You got to take some shots.
Yeah, they've taken their shots downfield today, but it has to get a little bit frustrating after a while with the job that Liberty's corners have done on them. And now you're going to see Liberty back off, try to keep everything in front of them. They want to try to dink and duck down the field. It's just going to burn a lot of clock.
Myers rolls out. Has a little time now, throwing back across the field. Looking down, feeling traffic, and it's knocked down. Daniel Lee was the intended receiver, and there were a whole host of people there waiting on that one to come down, including Keytrell Clark.
Yeah, he's played really well today. That was a long throw. Myers was able to get outside the pocket, but by then the receiver gotten so far downfield, he just outran his arm.
So 2nd and 10 now. $12 of 27 on the night now for Myers. It has not been an easy night for him throwing the football. Now a little bit behind his receiver. There may get a holding going against this offensive line of Buffalo as well.
Holding, offense, number 66. Penalties decline. 3rd down.
That going against Jacob Gall, sophomore offensive lineman. And this offensive line, we talked a lot about it during the week. We talked about it earlier tonight. Veteran group. They played really well, had allowed just 1 sack in the first 2 games. But they have really had a hard time with this Liberty D-line. Specifically Jesse Lemonnier. Handoff. Coming near side, marks with some room to run, lowers the shoulder, takes a hit, and falls forward for the 1st down.
Yeah, a little surprised that Liberty didn't take that penalty, the holding penalty, turn it into a 2nd and 20 instead of a 3rd and 10. You want to keep them backed up as much as you can. You know they're going to most likely go for it the whole time.
Myers throws a dart. Oh boy, big hit. Jarred that one loose. Nunn nearly grabbed it. And that was Micah Glaze, a freshman safety, delivering the blow.
These freshmen are stepping up today, aren't they, Matt?
You're seeing some of the future, perhaps, of this Liberty defensive backfield. Glaze with a big hit. Keytrell Clark, as well as he's played.
Big body tackle right there. Big body hit.
Tank Land, another true freshman that they really like a lot.
What a great name, Tank. Is that a nickname or is that a real
name? I think it's a nickname, but you don't get that a lot from the defensive back, It's usually like a D tackle you get Tank. Time in the pocket. That one snagged after a little bit of a bobble. And a nice pickup as Tito Overton was finally able to secure it and turn it upfield. Another 1st down. Overton, a junior, had 1 catch last year. Again, this receiving core, you're basically starting from scratch other than Nunn. They've had their struggles tonight. There was another one as another late flag comes in, thrown right at the feet of the quarterback. That was Marlon Johnson who had the ball bounce off of his hands. Let's see what this call is about.
Personal foul, roughing the quarterback. Defense, number 55. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
That's Elijah James, JUCO transfer out of Iowa Western.
Coach Freeze is not going to be happy about that.
Another conversation. Another look at it. James coming right up the middle. Yeah, just no need to hang on.
Yeah, back off.
Just let go. Drug him to the ground.
Teaching moment.
Keeps this drive moving.
Teaching moment for Coach Freeze.
Pass to the far side. Grab made by Lee. Turns it upfield. He'll have another 1st down as the clock continues to move. Daniel Lee, JUCO kid out of Cisco College. Handoff. Slowed up initially was Patterson, and then Jesse Lemonnier able to get there to get him down after a short pickup. That's the 17th carry of the night for Patterson, as he's gone for about 69 yards.
Patterson's such a strong back.
Good throw and catch there for the touchdown. As Myers made that one look easy. Finding his redshirt freshman tight end Cole Burniston. So they are without their starting tight end, Zach Lefebvre. No doubt that has affected this offense, but Berniston maybe trying to show his value, get a little more playing time there. Makes a nice grab for the short touchdown.
Yeah, I think just a little miscommunication on defense. Ran a little rub route right there, bringing the receiver, wide out receiver, come in on slant, take him out into the flat, and had a little miscommunication on who has who.
That's
easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, that's something to watch for the Flames. Bajor Wilson slow coming off the field. Their top DB. Saw Lemonnier leave with a cramp earlier tonight. It is a pretty warm, muggy night here in Lynchburg, so you hope that's all it is for Flames senior. Wilson has a couple of interceptions on the year as he makes his way to the sideline. Alex McNulty makes his way on for the extra point. Up and good. So Buffalo puts another score on the board. Might be a little too little, a little too late. Flames lead at 35-17, 6:09 to go.
Rookie.
We are sisters.
And we just moved in together.
Why Alyssa and Aaliyah chose Fios.
We stream so much. A lot of times Alyssa is watching TV on her laptop, using her phone, also using her tablet.
I am really good at multitasking. Because I'm awesome.
A little.
Get the internet you need at a price you'll love. Plus a $50 Visa prepaid card when you switch now. Only on Fios.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
It's all about the you. Love that pick.
So whenever you see another fan...
Not so fast, my friends.
We got you, Coach.
Join Coach Corso and share a Coke.
Now that's a great pick.
Are you ready for Monday night?
Buffalo gets another score on the board to make it 35-17, but I think most of us would agree it's been a pretty good night for that Liberty Flames defense. With more on the Liberty D, we check in once again with Melanie Newman.
Well, it was about time we saw some action from them. Hugh Freeze said it's next man up. So you perform today or your position gets reevaluated. Now, with that serious tone, Austin Lewis heard it. He took it, but he said, you know what? We still have to stay loose. We still have to have fun playing. How you find that balance is anybody's guess. Well, we've witnessed it tonight. This team the entire night has been locked in on the music that's been pumping in here at Williams Stadium. They've been dancing. They might as well have microphones. They've been singing all night, and you can see that energy when they come up on the field every single play. The coaches are having to tell them, hey, guys, take it easy, not too much celebration, but they are loving life right now, and it just continues to feed back into that ferocity we're seeing on the field.
Well, maybe they've taken notes from my man Joe Yock here, because if anyone feels the music, it is Joe Yock.
Yeah, I mean, it's how you motivate a defensive football team.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Maybe they saw your video from last night at the North Carolina game.
Like, this works.
Yeah.
It works, and it shows up on the field, obviously.
Obviously, yeah, yeah.
I hope Coach Freeze gets healthy here soon. See him right down on the sidelines, and maybe by the end of the year, they win a big game. We'll see some of his dance moves in the locker room.
Coach is getting better.
Yeah.
He's not quite yet healthy enough to break out some of the gyrating we saw you pulling out last night at Wake Forest.
I've been doing my stretching. I've been doing my weightlifting. I've been doing my yoga.
Yeah, it shows. It shows. Buckshot, quite the night. 10 different receivers he is connected with. You look at all of them right there. Of course, Gandy Golden has had the highlight real catches here this evening. No surprise there.
Yeah, Gandy Golden obviously had a great game so far, but the guy who I think really lit the spark was Kevin Shaw.
Yeah.
When he's caught that bubble pass and Gandy Golden gave him a good block on the outside and was able to break that tackle, that was like, hey, all of a sudden felt like, man, we got some momentum moving in the right direction. That's what really got him going.
Well,
He's 5 catches, 70-some yards. That's a good night.
If you just get one guy that can help take a little bit of the stress off of Gandy Golden, that's going to be big for this offense moving forward. Short carry up the middle for Hickson. That'll get him to third down. We're going to get a timeout on the field here by Buffalo. Their first of the second half as they're trying to preserve as much clock as they can to get the football back.
You know, Matt, this is when you pull the offense over. Okay, you have a 35-17 lead.
Yeah.
Okay? But there's going to come a point in the season when you're in a 3-point game, a 6-point game, and there's 5 minutes left on the clock, and you have to run the ball for first downs. And this is when you train to do that. So you can't take any time off right now or anything off whatsoever. You have to say, okay, we are going to run the clock out by running the ball, because doing it now is going to pay dividends for later in the season.
Yeah, that may be the message co-offensive coordinator Maurice Harris is passing along there, but you're right. When everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run the football, if you're still able to get that push up front, that you just basically take the life out of the defense when you're able to do that. Third, let's call it 3. Albert gonna pass it, steps up, fires all by himself as Gandy Golden racing towards the sideline across midfield. He adds to his already big night. We got a man down for the Flames. That Frankie Hickson, I believe, who's down on the turf. Training staff rushing to his side as I have not seen him move since he went down.
Come on, Frankie.
The Buffalo training staff quickly raced onto the field. Didn't see what happened behind the play. They're gonna roll him over. That's a great sign. Here we've got one look as he goes low and just, it's like got whacked right there in the
right side of the head. Hit his
back
neck.
of the head. Obviously a great sign just to see him moving. The fact they're able to roll him over is, he may be a little woozy after taking that shot.
Yeah, good to see him. He was laying face down, hadn't moved his arms or legs. Good to see him roll over and now getting up. That's a relief.
Frankie, a tough kid right here in Lynchburg. See him go in, take the shot right there. But he gets a nice ovation as he's able to walk off the field under his own power.
You want me to tell you a good Frankie Hickson story?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So Frankie, I coach in a youth, like it was the Frank Rocco football camp over at LCA.
Yeah.
Right, and Frankie was probably 8 years old. And Frankie became, at 8 years old, he became like the camp icon, because whenever he would score a touchdown or come through a drill or do whatever, he would do the Ray Lewis. Remember the Ray Lewis? That dance where he do things. He knew he was 8 years old to do that perfect. And that became the Frankie Hickson was the hit of camp on that dance.
No surprise. If you spend time around Frankie, he has a big personality. And he is a popular kid on this Flames team, and you hope he's able to shake off that big hit he suffered a moment ago. Flames slinging it now. Shadro Lewis, the freshman, snags it on the far side. And this is a kid you may not see a lot this year just because of the depth at receiver. But oh man, when he gets his hands on the football, he is an exciting one to watch going forward.
Yeah, that's why they have him returning kicks right now, is because of the exciting. But you know, you saw in that play on third down, we're talking about running the football, but to run a clock out. But Buffalo took everybody and stacked in the box and basically left Gandy Golden uncovered out there. So you got to throw it then. They audibled into that play.
Running near side, Peyton Pickett cutting it up as the Flames first down. So the Flames moving the chains and keep that clock moving, which is even more important at this stage of the game for Liberty. Take a look out there right now. You've got freshman Shadro Lewis, Caleb Coleman, the sophomore. So you get some of those youngsters an opportunity in this offense here late in this ball game. Josh Mack in there at running back as well. They're gonna give it to Mack. Coming near side. Stays in bounds and able to pick up 5 or 6. Mack has had a pretty good night in limited action.
Yeah, I really want to go back, and I said this earlier, but really like go back and say, getting Joshua Mack involved in this game. You look at into the season, as the season progresses, you look at that run right there, really nothing in. He's patient, able to bounce it out, and then has the smarts to stay in bounds and keep the clock moving. 5
carries, 37 yards. That's almost 7.5 yards a pop. Clock goes under 3 minutes in the ball game, and Liberty looks like we'll call a timeout.
Liberty, their first, 30 seconds.
So the Flames trying to close in on their first win of the year. We talked about their schedule moving forward. You get FCS Hampton next week. And you think, boy, you get things righted here. You start moving in the right direction. You look forward on that schedule. I mean, really until you get that tough stretch where you go those 4 straight road games, you think, boy, these are some winnable ball games coming up for the Flames.
Yeah, you have 6 in a row. Hampton, New Mexico, New Mexico State. You know, Rutgers is a beatable team. I think you put it up on the scoreboard that UMass was down.
Yeah, they've struggled this year.
They've struggled a little bit. So there's 6 games right there as you head into the BYU Virginia game that you have a chance to really get on a roll. And what they've done offensively here today and how much better they played defensively, you have opportunity, obviously, to win every one of those games.
Handoff, Mack again, weaving through traffic, breaking tackles. Well, he's showing you something.
Yeah.
And you got to think, Hugh Freeze, after seeing him fumble early this season, naturally as a coach, you kind of say, all right, I have to reevaluate how much I can trust you.
Yep.
And you start slowly earning that trust back in situations like this.
Yep. And these are your opportunities to get back in the rotation and give yourself a chance to get the football next week.
Yep. Flames taking plenty of time now.
You know, Matt, we had, you know, Max got great spectacles.
Yeah.
Buckshot's got
the beard.
Great beard.
Yeah.
Gandy Golden has got great hair. All right, but we forgot about one thing today.
What's that?
And it shouldn't go unnoticed or unrecognized. Desmond Rice has a great bow tie.
He did have a good bow tie.
I mean, it is solid.
Yeah. Speaking of Gandy Golden, he continues to move up the record book, passes the great Chris Summers now, 2nd all-time in receiving yards for Liberty, chasing only Aaron Petey Peterson, who had a great career here for the Flames. And when you start trying to figure out, look at the schedule, when the game may come where he moves into first place. At this rate, it won't take too many.
I had the opportunity to coach, be part of the staff, and Courtney Freeman was there. Courtney Freeman is the bottom line. He was quicker than a hiccup.
Not much there for Mack. Clock ticks down towards a minute to go. These Flames fans got their money's worth tonight. A little over 14,000 the announced attendance, as they are looking at the final seconds of what will be the first win of the Hugh Freeze era for Liberty. Now, I don't know, a lot of times for
you carry him off.
Well, I was going to say a lot of times maybe you first win, you dump the Gatorade on him or something. But Hugh Freeze is kind of in that elevated situation. You're not sneaking up on the guy.
Yeah, right.
When he's up on the
high
rise.
ground. He's got the high ground.
You have to come down from the concession stand behind him, I think, to do that. Josh Mack running far side, turns it up, and runs out of bounds. Another first down. Landon Brown is checked in at quarterback. Brown, the redshirt sophomore. Flames pretty much just take a knee and bring this one to a close. That's what they'll do.
Yeah, really watching Coach Freeze coming down the steps up there. It's really, really good to see him actually upright moving.
Yeah.
And hopefully next week he can continue to move closer to the sidelines.
Coach Freeze, his lovely wife, Jill, there waiting to give him a big hug as he picks up his first win as head coach here at Liberty. It has been a long, difficult road for Hugh Freeze, and it's certainly not over yet. He's not 100% yet. But you know, this has to feel like a big weight off of his shoulders to get his first win as a Flame and to do it over the type of opponent that Buffalo is. This is a good team, and I think you'll see them continue to be good throughout the year and continue to get better with this young group. This was an impressive statement tonight.
Yeah, it's a confidence builder for the Flames on both sides of the football, both offensively and defensively. So hopefully they can take that momentum through this next stretch of games and move forward.
Big night for this Liberty offense. They went over 400 total yards. Big night for Antonio Gandy-Golden, 174 yards receiving, couple of scores. Probably the story of the game, or at least moving forward, is Buckshot Calvert getting back on track. 325 yards through the air and 4 touchdowns as the Flames get the win and move to 1-2 on the season. Buffalo, meanwhile, falls to 1-1 on the year. They'll next take the field next week at home as they face Temple. It's an impressive win for the Flames here on home turf. First win for Hugh Freeze as Liberty head coach, as they look to make it 2 in a row next week against Hampton. We'll have that game for you right here on ESPN Plus at 6 o'clock. So for Joe Yock and Melanie Newman, I'm Matt Warner saying so long from Williams Stadium, where the final score is Liberty wins it 35-17. Remember, all games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.